is Mad Apple Extreme, live from the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company in Appleton, Wisconsin. Get ready for the extreme in pool entertainment. Welcome to the King of the Hill.
All right, welcome everybody. This is Kendall Cook, joined in the booth here by M.H. Penglaze. How are you today, M.H.?
Very well, thanks. Greetings.
Shirt's pretty funky.
Yep. Just add vodka, it says. I'm
Nice.
racing off to a party afterwards.
I see. All right, we're here for the King of the Hill match tonight. And
Hey.
what's going on, Chris? What'd you find out?
Well, we discussed the rules, and we talked about what game. They're going to be playing 10 ball, and John has to rack with a triangle. Robbie's going to be using a magic rack. So it's 10 ball, race to 18, BCAPL rules. 3 foul rule is in effect.
Did you say they upped the entry by $50?
Yeah, it's going to be 600 in the middle, 2-person tournament.
Nice.
Yep.
That was based on the handicap that John has to rack with the plastic rack there.
Correct. So you'll see John using the plastic rack, and you'll see Robbie using a magic rack. I think that covers it. Should be a great match.
All right, MH is going to step out for a second. So, Chris, you want to hang out yet?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, so we're keeping track of stats too, so that's going to be kind of interesting, especially dry breaks, right? We're tracking dry breaks.
Yeah, I need the tablet actually from the booth.
Oh yeah, I can.
Want to hand that out to me? I'll come grab it.
I can do that. Just like delivering a pizza out the window. It's like sliding a pizza out, Chris. Oh, he's not back.
All right, got the tablet. I got the stats.
Well, John still doesn't have it racked, so should get over by 2 a.m. or so.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he's regretting not using the magic rack already.
Well, I don't know why he's struggling that much, to be honest. It doesn't. That rack doesn't.
Maybe a new spot. But does that fix it for much more than 2 or 3 breaks? Once you get a divot in there, it's there forever.
Well, and the break is crucial. I mean, you got to get it right, and he's right. I mean, truthfully, they were breaking with the pattern rack before, which I think actually puts divots in.
The template rack?
Yeah. What did I say? Tablet?
Pattern rack. Yeah, they're not pattern racking yet. Well, we don't know.
Well, they could be.
It's a mystery.
So John won the leg, first break?
Well, we got MH back in the booth.
Right. Thanks.
All right.
But, Chris, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for all the updates on what we're doing this match. Should be good. They're both firepower, so.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, Robbie.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
There we go. And Robbie's a really good player.
Well, and more importantly, Robbie looked like he was actually in line tonight.
Yeah, he won the Temple State Championship.
Oh, he can definitely play. So I think we're in
play.
for a good match, actually. So, Fred Renner, what's going on, buddy? Man, that guy's like a salsa making machine over there. Adam Lutz, what's going on? And Andrew, how are you tonight? Good afternoon. Andrew, it's like nighttime.
Well, he's got the first chance in this match, and he's left with a little thinker, head scratcher. There's got to be a way to get down there on that 2-ball. What's he doing? Playing safe.
They are playing the 3 foul rule, so maybe he's going to try and
It's tough to hit.
Yeah.
It's tough to hit that shot. You got to hit it perfect.
Well, and to get him, he would have had to have him.
He did get him with the 9 there, but
yeah, but he would have had to have him snugged right in behind the 5 to.
Yeah.
Unless John gets unlucky here and possibly comes off the backside and scratches off the 1, but he's not going to hit this that hard, honestly.
Probably going to get it safe.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I like Robbie a lot better in an aggressive game here, so I hope.
Yeah,
to see him
he
start
could have shot
firing.
that 1 ball and sent the cue ball down there, and then if he has to, play safe on the 2, but give up a chance to go at it.
Got Harold Micheloni. How you doing, Harold? And Rick White checking in.
Hello, Nick Like from Hortonville.
Good luck. No, Rick White.
Oh, Rick White.
Jeez.
I can't hear.
You're like the old guy in the barber shop.
Well.
Hey?
Yeah.
All right, ended up safe there. I don't know if that's what he was playing, but didn't come out too bad for him. I think you're going to see Johnny bring out the short cue, though.
Temple corner pocket.
No, he did not. Did he call the 10?
You betcha.
Oh. I better get my finger. Uh-oh. That's no good. Well, let's see if he decides to try and play a safety here.
Well, one thinks he might have to. Let's see how good he plays it. Gain control of this first rack. Oh, is he playing? No, yeah.
Yeah, tight on the 7. See, he's still. And anytime Johnny is such a good kicker.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to freeze him so solid. If you can 3-foul Johnny, it's pretty impressive, honestly.
And the temple might be a little bit in the way, but you can still get to it.
Jeff Jansen, what's going on, buddy? Hey, guys, make sure you're out there sharing the stream. We appreciate it. We do depend on you guys a little bit more for that now because we don't go to Facebook Live. So if you can just take the link right here from YouTube and copy it on over to your groups and Facebook, we really appreciate it. It's going to be a good match tonight. I mean, Johnny's always fun to watch, but then I think Robbie is fire sometimes. He just goes. Johnny's actually going to call this on the 2 bank. He likes the hit so much. He
thinks he's going to hit it solid and Z-bank it.
Perfect. Oh, boy. Well, I tell you, that's 2 fouls. So if Robbie can
Isn't
get
that
creative
weird, the
here.
angle that it took off the second rail? It actually looked good off.
Oh, 210, though. You got to shoot that, don't you? Can't try for the 3 foul when you got the 210 dead in.
Well, I wouldn't play for the 3 foul. You could try running out if you don't like the 210, but...
Milwaukee checking in. What's going on, Randy? How are you tonight?
When he played that Z-bank there, though, it looked like it was right until it came off the second rail, and it just went way flat.
Yeah, it kind of backed up.
They do that, don't they? It's weird.
All right, he's not going for the 10. I don't know if he doesn't like it past that 9 ball. But he's shooting good. I mean, he looked like he was in line when he was warming up. So he said he's going to get bothered, though, because he said he's got guys still working in the field, and his wife just shot a deer. So,
Was it intruding?
James Keating, I agree, buddy. This is going to be a good one. Both these players play aggressive and good run-out pool. So should be fun to watch. Yeah, we got Milwaukee checking in. I was just down in Milwaukee. We had David Dolly ran that fundraiser for autism there out of Romine's High Pockets. It was great. They raised a whole bunch of money. I don't remember the exact amount off the top of my head, but raised a bunch of money, and I was in the top quarter of the field, which in that field I was pretty proud of considering. Played horrible in my last 2 matches, but played good couple matches in there. Sergio ended up winning that. Oh, Robbie.
Did he? I wonder that. I was watching the bracket a little bit.
Yeah, it was down to Sergio and Jeremy Fetkenauer.
How come they didn't get that tournament done in one day? I was surprised at that. It's like this.
Well, we went home pretty early.
Yeah.
So I was planning on being there 2 days. Honestly, everybody traveling like that, you just kind of wanted it to... I mean,
wow.
Oh, boy. Well, I tell you, I'm going to replay that just because you're going to see it so seldom.
Yep. Find out. See if you can analyze it. Find out what went wrong.
He didn't have his arm locked in. Chris has probably been busy with the stats page already.
Oh, what a great shot.
Yeah, it was. That's what I mean. Robbie's just, sometimes he can just fire him in the hole. That's his best game, honestly, is just make balls.
I mean, he's not out of the woods yet. He's got a little tester here. Can he somehow stay down there?
Yeah,
Does
I
he,
think
or
you
does
got
he have to hit it hard enough?
Yeah, the 10's right in the way though.
What's he looking at? Why is he looking at lines around the
Well,
table?
he's gonna try and hit this with a whole bunch of inside. Wow. You can see the line he's lining up there, and then hold it
up between the rail and the 10 and 9.
This really kills when he hits
Round
this.
the angles.
Yeah, so
wow.
We'll see if he gets enough on this to get back up here for the 8.
This will be a spectacular shot. Look at that.
Good line. Get moving. Hit that pretty good.
That was really
well,
good.
We aren't going to see Johnny's mitts because we'll keep that. There's our new sponsor up there,
Robbie
Billet
was
Spin.
better than Johnny's miss, yeah. There you go. He's feeling it.
Well, he's not happy with that, but he's okay here.
Well, actually, he's okay.
Yeah, that goes by there. I'm not saying it's easy.
It's a tester, isn't it, in the first rack?
Yeah.
It's a statement if he pops it in. He's already shown us that he's judging the cue ball well.
I'll tell you, we've had more misses in this first rack than we've had in matches, some of these. Let's see. Shared. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Andrew Bundy, my bad. Got off 12-hour shift. All right. And, hey, what's going on there, Nick? Well, we got to get this first one over. There it is.
Well, Robbie had a chance there to make a statement in this match and take the first rack.
Boy, you banked that ball in, too, actually. Crazy. Well, I tell you, what do I got on the replay? I got, Robbie's 7-ball shot. This was a good shot. Unfortunately, it didn't.
Look how he judges his cue ball. He did absolutely the best he could, really, from that position. Barely missing those. If he had kept it on that same line whilst hitting it harder, which is not always true, not always possible, but he hit that good.
Nothing again. Didn't take him as long to rack for nothing, though.
At least he didn't scratch this time. Just push out. Well, that can be a double-edged sword. It's got to be a safety here with all these balls on the table.
Yeah, I mean,
Robbie didn't like his chances.
The one goes past the 6 here. I mean, it's just really tight. I don't know that it's the ideal shot. Uh-oh.
And
I guess the cue ball
cue ball goes past the 6.
That's like the 3rd time Johnny's scratched, I think, isn't it?
That should be a stat. Okay.
What's that, scratches?
Yeah. Well, a nice open table here. And right away, overdraws that. Unforced, unnecessary error, but he can recover. It doesn't count as an unforced error if you keep shooting and keep making the balls.
Well, it's the age-old question there, Nick. It's he said Little John has beaten so many people lately, he's almost developed the persona of a villain or a superstar, depending on how you look at it. And it is the old age-old perspective. You know, everybody loves a winner, but then at the same time, everybody loves to see a winner lose.
One man's villain is another man's hero.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on there, Lisa? How are you tonight? Yeah. John had some shots of Mount Royal earlier if you follow him on Facebook at all. Well, they're mixed in with some other beverage, but I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Make sure you're out there sharing the stream. We really do appreciate it. This is going to be a good match, even though they missed about 18 shots in the first rack. I think they're both going to work that out, and we'll be looking at some good runs here. So, if we're 4 or 5 racks in, I'd say Robbie's out here, but he just kind of messed up that leave.
This is the key shot here.
You almost got to play to the top side of this or take a chance of getting around the 8, I guess.
He thinks he can just draw sweet enough to get past the 8 ball.
Perfect shot.
Wow. That was awesome. That's a Kodak moment. And he wasted no time in pulling out a really good shot there. Kind of awkwardly on this 7 too.
Yeah. It's not easy here necessarily either. It's definitely working the cue ball here. What's going on, Al?
If he hits this good, he's kind of resolved all his issues, which have sort of gone on from one shot to the next. But if he keeps banging him in the pocket, that's a good sign for the viewers of this match if they're looking for a good battle here.
Stay over the top of his shoulder here.
And a good level match.
You know, Johnny was saying that he's not really feeling the greatest tonight either, so that definitely will have an effect, you know.
And that's exactly what I said when I lost before I lost my night's match.
Yeah.
I told everybody, hey, I'm just not doing it right.
Well, we're a little bit glitchy tonight on our camera views, guys. I apologize for that. All this stuff, you make some changes and nothing that quite stays the same. See our new sponsor up there, Billet Spin. Just skip through. In a little while here, I'll show you guys the awesome coins we got going with them. Let's see a little bit about Robbie here while we watch his break. So he's a 6'22". He's the same Fargo as I am.
Is that his height? No.
Yeah, he is pretty tall. He's 31 years old from Kakakana.
He's 6 foot 22 inches.
Yeah, right. Predator Q plays with a Revo 12.4 and Predator Victory Soft or Medium. Sorry. Been playing for 13 years. Favorite game is 9-ball. And look at that. Same favorite player as Mr. Fields.
Everybody loves Larry Neville.
Well, how can't you?
Right.
Not to mention his stroke. Amazing. So, all right. Robbie working on the out here. Let's take a look. What's going on, Steve? Is that Mr. Sarnicki? Must be. Just left. We just saw him. He was saying goodbye before he headed back to Arizona for the freezing Wisconsin winter. At least he wasn't heading back to Florida. My goodness, is that horrible. We had a vacation plan there in November, right in Fort Myer Beach, Diamond Head Resort. They were underwater.
Yeah, my wife's cousin lives right on the Gulf, and we visited them, and the first floor, there is no first floor. It's all just on stilts and
trying
everything.
to force that ball in.
The buildings are all hollow, and I called her, and she said, yeah, the building stayed up. It's fine.
Yeah, they do that a lot there.
Yeah, the water can race underneath your house.
Still, though, cars buried in sand all the way to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Or to the top, I mean. All right, John with an opportunity here after Robbie tried to force that 4-ball home. He got shape, but he just didn't quite get there. Good angle here. I think Johnny can just draw this back and play the next shot right in the same pocket.
It's a drill, isn't it, this?
Yeah, we'll move behind and look over his shoulder here quick. Yeah, it is kind of a drill here. He got a little far on this, though. Now he's on the opposite angle. He's probably going to roll up and play this in the side next. Just float past here. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to center ball, just roll this ball. Yeah. Well, he did have to hit the 8, which I didn't think he did, but he came out perfect on that shot.
Didn't freeze him together. And he's jacking up to play
Yeah,
this.
he's just going to stun straight up here. He's just going to slide it up table just a little bit. Kind of flat. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, he tried. Uh-oh. Going to give Robbie a...
Oh, wow.
Well, that came out.
Would you believe it? That Robbie can blame on the billiards gods.
I don't even know what you do with this ball, honestly. I can't see it close enough to tell if he can push that behind the 10. You know, if he's got kind of the bank angle.
Yeah,
You
freeze them together just so they don't go.
Yeah. But, I mean, with his luck, the way it's looking, it's going to push it right into the
Or you line up a
point
combination,
there.
yeah. So he is.
He might. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's a
hit it
good
so
shot
soft,
there,
yeah,
though.
that didn't safer that
Get him
way,
right
isn't it?
on the rail.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too shabby there.
Yeah. He might
Definitely gave him a shot at it, but still a good shot.
be played safe, he's called.
Take another quick look. Is he playing the 10 or did he say
No,
safety?
he called safety.
Putting the 7. No, he's putting the cue ball behind the 8. Maybe. No, didn't quite get there. Let's take a look at Robbie's safety one more time here. It was a pretty good shot to leave Johnny tough there. Tester in the first couple games this shot, I don't care, but up and down table for sure. Well, tester to tester. How do you like to hit this, I mean?
Well, this is why I like 9 ball better than 10 ball. I'd be playing the 8 and the 10.
I don't think you can get to that 10 from there, but maybe. I think you hit this with a lot of low inside and right rail, top
yeah, and
rail.
that 10 ball stops the sort of the forward shot, doesn't it, really?
You can try and get the cue ball the opposite side of where it is right now. I think you shoot that ball left with a lot of low, well, not a lot of low, but a little bit of low and left, and come around 3 rails to the opposite side that he's sitting on right now.
See if he comes up with a little bit of Robbie magic here.
This would be a beautiful shot if he hits it, because I know Robbie likes to move the cue ball. Oh,
What
my
a
goodness. That's
fantastic
even
shot.
better.
And he's
Sit on it. Oh, look at that.
he's got it.
My God, that's
What a fantastic shot. There's
fantastic is
a
right.
shot of the match so far. Came up with a little bit of Robbie magic.
Wow. How'd he hit it?
Yeah. That was awesome.
Now you just got to get out. You hate to miss after that.
Robbie's in the mood to try and win this match.
All right, let's take a quick look at that shot again Robbie just hit. Unbelievable. Drew that straight down over.
That's better than Corey. I was going to say a Corey dual shot.
That was amazing, really.
It's like his draw shot, but yeah. What a great shot.
All right, Robbie getting to use the turtle rack there. Thanks, everybody, for all the shares. We appreciate it. You must be doing a great job, but still got to get some more out there because I guarantee this thing should be seen by more than it is right now. Dropping the 2 ball on the side. Is he going to get a shot on the 1? Surely did. The 6 ball ran out of the way.
And he's breaking well, and that bodes well for his chances. Balls are opening up when he hits them. And balls are going in.
It's looking good. If that 7 goes past the 8, 4 ball's a little bit of trouble, though. It's not a lot of pockets for it, so.
Yeah, you've got to get underneath it somehow or play it safe. Well,
that's a good angle to do it.
Z-bank and just sort of nudge through there. Get under. Okay.
I think
he's showing you his line there.
Yeah.
He's going all the way down. He thinks he's going all the way down. Look at this. To underneath. So he's
2 rails.
Playing for a shot.
Oh, he's playing safe. Uh-oh.
Brilliant.
Well, he got it with the 5 ball. Cue ball didn't quite get where he wanted, but that 5 rolled out nice for him, so leaving Johnny a little bit tough here. So he got kind of the same idea for the safety here. He's going to bank the 3 down to the end rail here, cutting the edge of it, and bring the cue ball 2 to 3 rails back kind of where he is again. So you'll watch him come short of the 4-9 here. He's going to just skin the side of this 3 ball. Try and leave it on the end rail right about middle table or behind the 6.
Kiss the 8 ball.
1 rail. No. Boy, you went high side.
Kiss the 8 ball, what'd I say?
Good shot.
Yeah,
That's a good call.
That's exactly how he played it.
Yeah. I saw it coming inside. I thought he was going to come inside.
He laid his cue down on that line.
Did he? Beautiful shot.
That was a really good precision safety shot.
I should have probably replayed that one. All right. Tuned in just in time to see that shot. Mad Matt, how you doing? Must be talking about Robbie's 8-ball shot. Shot of the match so far, as MH said. Let's see if we can do it again. Jump shot, 3 in the corner. Oh. Bing. Not quite what he was looking for there. Just never quite got her off the ground here. Robbie leading 2-1. Johnny's got ball in hand here. Still trouble with the 4. It still doesn't go in either of the obvious corner pockets, so you're either playing a combination or shape to the side pocket is where he's going now.
And it's risky trying to get underneath him because you can hook yourself.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lesson for everybody how he hit that.
Shot.
The 2 rails instead of just trying to float 1 rail.
That was just fantastic, wasn't it? Drift in there. And that way he didn't have a chance of hooking himself.
What's going on, Mr. Ricky? Said he's got in the big rig. You're watching in North Carolina. Let's go, LJ. North Carolina, it's probably cooling off a little bit finally over there. When we went to South Carolina, it was ridiculously hot. You're just going to stun it over to the rail, it looks like. Pretty sure you'll see the 7 and the 8 going in that same upper left corner if he hits this ball where he wants it. Oh, that's right. The Hurricane's still kind of that way. So the wife is driving. Dialing in his stroke on that shot to slow things down.
Yeah, he's not going to let Robbie get too far ahead.
Cheap China-made TVs, they keep shutting off. Probably time for a new one. Setting up for the side pocket. And going to tie things up here if he can put this down. Sure enough, 2-2. Well, we took a look at Robbie before. Let's take a quick look over at Mr. Fields here. Learn a little bit
Did
about
Robbie
him.
fill out one of the questionnaires?
He didn't. That was my bad. I kind of screwed that up. So, all right. There's Johnny, 716. So 43 years old. From Appleton, right here. Obviously plays with the Jacoby. Anybody that knows him knows he's a great promoter for their product. Plays with the Jacoby Black Shaft, and he uses a SIB tip, available only through Johnny. Can't find him anywhere else. I just ask him one thing every time I see he plays with a SIB tip. Johnny, but how?
But
It's
how?
an inside joke, yeah.
Yeah, because he used to like the how tips.
Anyways, years playing. He's been playing for 30 years. His favorite game, Bank Pool, which he is actually, him, myself, Mason, and quite a few, John Kramer, are all in the Invitation Bank Pool Tournament that's coming up next weekend for the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame Banquet and Tournaments. So looking forward to that. John does such a terrific job with all that. And favorite player, of course, was Larry Neville. We kind of discussed that before.
Yeah, the great Larry Neville. Can never be said too much, I don't think, poor Larry.
He was like my first real dose of holy crap, can you get good at this game?
Yeah.
Because I went down to Beloit when I was, I couldn't have been more than 17 or 18. I had just gotten my license. I went down and I heard about a young kid that was playing out of and at that time, Carom Room was actually downtown. It's not where Kohl's has it now. But it was kind of like a downtown building, and he was in the back playing, and I played him, and I just got beat up. And I mean, I felt like I played pretty good at the time. You know, you think you're in your own world.
Larry was a class above.
Oh, my goodness.
All of them, really, pretty much.
Yeah. Always was, always will be.
I remember I saw him down at the Sharks Club, and I was just sort of trying to figure out why his stroke seemed different. The way he hit it, it seemed like he hit it softer or, I don't know, longer or something.
Oh, David Gentry, another guy in the rig watching us. In Nevada, that's a little bit safer ground over there. Safety shot here by Robbie. Gets him behind the 4. Stuck him up pretty good there, behind there. I don't think he can catch the edge. He's got a kick.
Get a good solid kick at it. And it's got a relatively good chance for this to go safe.
Oh, does anyone play bumper pool anymore? Yep, I think there are bumper pool players. We sell them. We fix them up quite a bit.
Well, we've had them, yeah, and worked on them, but
Restored some really great old ones. My favorite was that first one we did, I think, because that was just such a hunk of junk.
the big hexagonal one,
No.
rectangular one.
Yeah, the rectangular one at the magnet. Yeah, Dave Gentry said, I didn't think he could see that. I wasn't sure what he was looking at. Anyways, Dave Gentry says the ballroom has a bumper pool table. They do. And if I had more room, I'd honestly put one in here. We could consider putting one over in the foosball room over there. Might be a neat place for one. It's too bad we don't have that one that we fixed up that was a coin op. It's like a quarter coin op, right?
Right. Yeah, that was a good one.
I think a quarter would have been fair for that game. He pushed that a little more than he wanted, but almost perfect, actually.
Are we good if he just takes the shaft from Steve?
Yeah.
Money's all taken care of? Otherwise, you can come talk. I mean, I assumed it was.
John's going to try and stun this over, I think, short of the side pocket, and leave himself the 4 in the opposite pocket here. He didn't even have to. He just rolled it up soft. Did end up further than he wanted to be, but this one he's got enough room if he really wanted to. If he was worried about it, he could play back and forth here for the 5. It's hard to tell from here if he has the angle where he has to do that or if he can actually just spin this 4 ball in and hold it. Yeah, I think you're going to see the harder of the 2 shots back and forth here. Just like that. Back and forth again. 6-8 is not looking real horrible at this point because I don't know what better angle you're going to get. So you're probably just going to see him come off one rail, the end rail here, and straighten out for that 6-8 combination. So a little bit of right here. Just to hold his line. Well, he's coming around 2 rails, so he's gonna decide to draw it around to get that line. Come at it. I think he's pretty good there. I like this better just because you can float sideways with everything and avoid that 7, I think, for the most part. Could pull back into it just to make super sure you're not going to roll behind it. Thank everybody again for joining us here at the Mad Apple Xstream. Please get out there and share the stream. We really appreciate it. It is how we keep this stuff rolling for free. So, okay, he drew out of it completely. Beautiful shot. Just get some distance between him and the object balls. Well, it's not what Robbie wants to see. Is Johnny's starting to get a little bit of a stroke on. He's going to come around the 9 ball here, I think. I could straighten it out too, but I think he'll go around it. He did. Almost caught the edge of it. Would have made it a little more interesting, but instead he ended up exactly where he would have liked to be. And railing back out for the 10 in the opposite corner. Nice looking out there by Johnny. Take a look at his last couple shots here. He's just going to go to this end rail and out. Well, I think he's found his spot that he's at least getting a tight rack from. So now you're gonna see him make some adjustments of where he's breaking from. Yeah, I agree. John's starting to heat up. Just get a little rhythm going, and he's tough to stop, especially once he gets the break going. Just watch his cue ball. He's got probably one of the most controlled breaks typically of almost any player I know. Yeah, see, that normally skids up in the middle of the table a little bit more. Looks like he maybe increased the heat on that one a little bit because he hasn't been making a ball. Let's take a look at what Robbie's looking at here. I don't know if you go aggressive here, maybe. I guess it can't really hurt. Nope. Sorry about that, guys. He played the safety. Up and around. Definitely got some glitchy cameras going on tonight, so thank you guys for your patience with that. I'd try and fix it, but we'll probably drop it if we do that. Nice hit, but he's going to leave Johnny straight in. Not sure if that 2 comes off the 5 to make the 8 or not, or if it's tight against it. Might be in a spot where it doesn't kind of go either way, but we'll find out by what Johnny plays here. Yeah, he did call the 8, so he must be able to get past that 5. You know, Johnny's definitely more experienced than I, but I think it's tough to hit this from this angle without running into the 5 and pushing it away from the 8. Oh, clean as a whistle. Hit it perfect. You even hit that ball to the inside to keep it from getting out of the pocket. So you hit that really good. Why don't you guys give me a shout out for where you guys are all checking in from? Let me know where you're all watching from. I got a few people telling me. We got. Well, a little far on that. That's going to be interesting to try and hit that. 10's kind of a problem here, honestly. That's where he's going to have to try and go, is around the 10 ball. If he plays the cut. I mean, he's got other options, obviously. He could bank this ball and draw back to about where he is for the 5. It looks like he's lining up on the cut, so we'll see if he just sneaks around that 10 ball. Hit that pretty good. I think he's still got a shot at this 5-6, or for sure the safety if he doesn't. All right, so we got, oh, there we go, everybody. I'm trying to ask everybody. So we got Reedsburg, Stevensville on my couch. Nice. New Holstein. Fond du Lac, sitting at home in Appleton, Wisconsin. Yep. All right, Johnny cutting this 5 ball all the way up, not doing the combo at all. That's a pretty shot. Oh, I thought maybe you got lost somewhere.
Yeah, for a moment there. Found my way back eventually.
Oh, good job. That's M.H. Penglaze, Potting Penglaze, joining me in the booth. I appreciate you coming back.
Yeah.
These guys were getting sick of hearing my voice, probably.
Mm-hmm. So what did I miss? They both gained.
Oh, my goodness.
They both got a game.
You aren't even going to believe what you missed. Some of the best pool you've ever seen. I don't know what he did there. Pretty sure he'll recover, but yeah, that's a un-John-like shot there. He's gonna.
What do you do? Just roll it in and let the cue ball sort of run away and end up long on the 10?
Either way is funny, you know. I mean, I prefer the way he's going to shoot it here. He looked like he was going to back cut it for a second, but I prefer this shot, I think. It's still tough because it's just a weird little spot. I mean, tough.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot.
I guess tough is a matter of opinion. Well, I got the other one saved. We're going to watch that one anyway. Right. So the shot that he shot to get this whole thing running, this 5 down the table. It's a pretty little shot. Going to get him to 4 after he finished this rest of this run here. So good job there by Johnny.
See if he starts getting a better result from the break. I don't know what his last break was like, but
well, he's having a lot better result in racking at least. All right, Ben. I am not going to try and mutilate your last name, but he says he's in Spencer doing drills on my table and watching King of the Hill. Best motivation to watch to get better watching the King shoot.
That sounds just perfect, doesn't it? Playing pool and watching it.
Well, you can learn a lot by watching Johnny, for sure. He's a good pattern player, and he's a smart player. He's probably one of the smartest players you'll watch play. Doesn't take a lot of chances, but he's an incredible shot maker, too. Problem is he never has to make tough shots.
Because he plans it and
Yeah.
executes it so well.
Harold Milcaloni saying he's peeping in from Plover, Wisconsin. So, Johnny, what do you think about that, buddy?
If anybody's watching, just peep in here. Just say hi.
Just say hi.
Peeping, okay, you played it.
Well, yeah. You got to play it. Somebody brings it up. You got to play it. That's our very own John Fields here, who's commentating on some bank pool matches after one or too many Miller Lights, I think.
That's a
Look at that
beautiful
bank.
shot. It's a two-way shot, too, that. That was a kind of a... he went
Three-way
for it.
because he's got shape, too.
Well, yeah, that's included in making the shot, and counts as half of the first way. But it's, what a great shot though. He gave himself a chance, and hit that absolutely perfect.
I agree. I mean, I got total faith that Robbie can really make a run at this thing. Robbie can play some really great aggressive pool, and he's fun to watch when he gets rolling. So I'd like to see him do that. Come up for the 4 in the side next, I think. A little bit tight because you got to get the... Oh, he does have it past the 10. That'd be better then. I didn't think it went that way, but Robbie sees it better than I do, obviously.
He's got the advantage, isn't he? Towering over the table from 10 feet above the cloth.
And right next to it.
No, I don't know. It might be a disadvantage to be that tall.
I don't know.
For a pool player. It doesn't seem
Maybe.
to
I mean, look at Kakak. He's got a 12-inch extension in the middle of his cue, and it still barely fits his mechanics.
Yeah.
He still gets out near the end of the cue. Ended up a little shy on this. He's going to have to work a little bit for this 5 ball. So you got to be careful not to overcut it because he's going to be trying to force himself over to the other. He's going to draw to the right side rail and back. Oh, no, he's going forward. Okay. Oh, I see. Around the 10. Look at that shot. Get out of the side. Nice shot there.
Well, he's got a choice here. Either side of the 10 ball. Just don't hook yourself. Got to choose one. And he likes the straighter shot.
I can't quite tell the angle he's got, but I kind of like going forward here. Do you ever play that?
Well,
that way?
just because of then you're thin on the 6, and to get to the 7.
I'm saying forward, like really forward. Come around.
Oh, you mean
2 to 3 rails,
and then forward follow.
I can't tell if he's got enough
the 6,
angle to
I
do
see.
that from this angle, but
Yeah,
that's my preference.
He's got to judge his draw shot here. He's gonna.
Yeah, no, he's going to do it. He's going
Draw and
around like
stun
I
it.
said.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Uh-oh.
And that.
Well, he did get far enough.
Well.
Just right.
That worked out good. For a minute there,
Same
feared he was
thing
gonna-
here. You're going to go forward 3 rails, I think. Play the 7 in the other corner. Get going. Could have hit that a little more firm. This is going to be a tough little tester here. I don't know. I think I just hitting this with left and not even running into that 8. Well, he couldn't have hit it better, though. He hit the exact line he was playing.
He knew he was going to just brush the edge of the 8 there.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the line he looked at.
Wow.
It's a great shot. Up to the end rail, back out for the 9 on the side. Oh, sorry, guys. Haven't been paying attention here. We got peeping in from Plover. We got that. We got Dan Witzke saying hi. What's going on, Dan? Hope you're having a good night. Love to see you get down here, play some pool one of these days. I'm sure you'd love to, too, but busy family man, I get it. Next best thing, sitting here watching Johnny play. Sean Wilkes watching from Plainfield.
Sitting here watching Robbie play at the moment. He's ended on the kind of the wrong side of this 9 ball. So he's going to follow. Oh,
nice shot there,
he
Robbie.
cheated the pocket there a little bit. He was on the right side, or made it as if.
Got Pete Beshta checking in from Center Valley. Then we got Naughty Neighbor peeping in from Toronto. Let's take a quick look again here at that shot Robbie played to lead himself into the 10 ball. Pete Beshta, whether or not he's related to Tom Beshta. No, they actually spell it different even.
But they are both human.
They are, yeah, that is. They are kind of the same relation then, yeah. Oh, we're going to watch that shot again because we were talking. Hey, just pushed that forward. That was a good shot. Played the pocket. Does John have most consecutive weeks of wins, or is Mason still have it? Mason's got it by quite a few yet, I think.
Yeah, Johnny's coming for him, but yeah, he's not there yet.
Oh, here, I know what we can do. Let's take a quick look.
I think Mason had 9, is that right?
These are the new coins that we have for the Kings. After 10 weeks wins, you get that gold one in the center. 1 week, they get a brass one, so if you're the king at all. And then the silver there on the other side. So those are billet spin. You see they're up right there on the logo. Those are made by him. If you're interested, they're great marking coins for games. He can make them custom for you. So go to the website, billetspin.com.
Well, this time Robbie didn't make a ball, but he did open them up.
Yeah, and he just got himself within 1, and this is a pretty wide open table. I'm sure he would have loved to.
His break is really opening him up well.
Take advantage.
Nice little bump that. That nudge his way through to get position.
Yeah, the fade disappeared on the camera, if you notice.
What's that even mean, fade?
Well, normally they fade between.
Oh,
They
right.
just kind of jump between them.
Switching screens.
Mm-hmm. It's all right, though. We appreciate everybody sharing. We got a bunch of great viewers here tonight, so thank you guys very much. We couldn't do it without you. Couldn't do it without you either, MH.
Really?
No, well, I did for a little while.
Keep running off, and you seem to be okay.
Yeah, it was okay, but people get tired of hearing me talk to
thank
myself.
You.
Mad Matt just asked who's the new sponsor. So, Billet Spin is the one. I just showed those coins that were up there if we missed it. Well, Johnny is getting out of shape more than I
you wouldn't
typically
think he would have played that bump on the 7. It doesn't really help him much.
But yeah, Billet Spin, they make, he makes all kinds of machined items, including a bunch of pens. Just go to his site. I'm telling you, it's amazing what they can do.
Oh, what a beautiful shot that was.
Yes, it was.
Wouldn't have deserved to scratch, and he didn't give it enough speed to scratch. And another nice little kiss.
Earl says Johnny could be king until he's 60 years old.
Yeah, to nudge these balls.
Close in
Wow.
2 ways there. Almost missed the 7, but hit it just right, and almost made the scratch and hit it just right. So good shot.
Another tricky shot, this.
Yeah, he's going to follow it 1 rail back up. So a little bit of high left with a little bit of a punch to straighten it back out. I don't think he'll play around 2 rails, but he might. He might follow this with right also. Looks like that's what he is going to do. I did go the 1 rail. Didn't hold it quite as much as I would have thought, but he's perfect for it. Careful. Careful, you might get perfect on that ball. Which he did. So 10 ball is going to go down here for a 2-game lead again, back to 5-3.
So a dry break and a run out.
Yep, I think our cheap TV is finally history. Keeps going out on me. So this is the King of the Hill match played here every Friday night, 7:30. Winner plays on. It's typically a $250 entry fee minimum per player, and there's 2 players involved every week. The winner plays on every week until they're defeated. Johnny's been playing now, I think this is what, his 6th?
I think it feels about right.
6. I think this is week 6. We got Johnny at the helm. Look at that, he made a break.
I think Mason had 9, didn't he? Is that right or not?
11.
Was it?
Yeah, 11. So quite a few weeks to go yet. And he forfeited his turn. He never lost.
Right. Yeah, he went out, had to travel to a pool tournament. And couldn't make it. But the show must go on, so someone jumped in and he stopped being the king.
Yeah, I think it was Skinador. And then he came back and he lost to Ray, actually, when he challenged him after the fact. A tough shot right here.
Oh,
Hit that really nice.
Beautiful control, really, isn't it? He knew he hit it real thick. It's still going.
And draw 1 rail back through here for the 4 on the side, I think. I might slow it down for the corner. Went to see him running into that 10, but great shot. For those of you who are kind of new to our dual view here, this is a view that we have like an automatic instant replay, so you can watch it here first on the left-hand side, and it's intentionally about 2.4 seconds behind on the right.
Yeah,
so
I think I've always said this. I think it's the best way for pool matches to be streamed is with a split screen like that, where you have that overview so you can kind of tell what's really going on. Does that ball go or not? And yeah, it's like a replay. You can watch the shot twice. And it's really the proportions of a TV screen makes it work really well because it's just a more, they both fit in there. I don't know why anyone else isn't doing it yet. I feel people will start doing that.
So I was thinking about getting a TV that filled up the whole backspace behind us. What do you think?
Oh, yeah? So we can watch it with the back of our heads.
Yeah, that's it. I was just waiting for this one to die.
A bit dramatic, really, wasn't it?
Well, made a ball last break, and he ran out. So let's see if he can do the same thing here.
Yeah.
2 ball, maybe?
Cue ball when it hit the one, just went straight directly upwards like a foot and then came straight back down.
Look at that 4-ball just spinning away there. Well, it's stopped now, but was going and going. Perfect kick. I mean, it's a nice looking table here. 1 to the 3 to the side to the 4 past the 9. Come across for the 5. Pretty open. See how he handles it. Well, I'm sure.
Yeah, and the 4 ball goes past the 9.
Yeah,
Still
for sure.
got I mean, the 9's a little bit in the way, but they've still got plenty of space there. It's got to be careful.
This angle is gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, it's a risk. You know, that 9 ball is luring you. If you snick it, you miss.
He wanted a little
and he's
more
a
angle.
little bit
on
straight.
this.
Yeah, so he's got to punch this.
Perfect.
Yeah, beautiful.
Watch All Japan Pro Wrestlers. Very what?
6 ball in the same pocket as the 5 ball.
Perfect. Really be tricky to see him put the 7 in the same pocket.
Yeah, and here the 9 ball.
Oh, see, you can tell he's feeling it now when you're stroking balls like that shot.
Yeah.
That's not a typical stroke.
That's perfect.
We'll go back and I'll show you that 6 ball again because it was just a really neat little English shot. It was a little slide over to get where he needed to.
After he Z-banks this down table. Sweet.
Making it look easy, getting to 7. Robbie better get going here. He kind of gave him a few too many opportunities. Here's that shot by Johnny. Just a nice little shot. He could have definitely just drawn that a little bit and been safe, but he decided to come up table in line. Just the shot even to get over here was nice.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Watch it one more time here as he slides up. A little forward and left. Nope. Lost the cue ball on that one. I think it must have probably got kicked.
Throws his head back. Yeah, that's unlucky because that was a break and run, that previous rack. And he would like to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, it got kicked by the 9 ball.
Unlucky, but it's what Robbie needs. It's a chance back in here. He's got to do something now with this rack. He's going to draw back between the 7 and the 8 to get on the 3.
Perfect. He's got to put something together here. Can't just one round rack this. You got to stay in control. Get at least a couple back here if you're going to stay in this match. One of the other great sponsors here for the King of the Hill, the Clarion Inn, are attached hotel right here to the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company, which is where we're broadcasting from in Appleton, Wisconsin. And they donate a room to the King players every week. So these guys get a free room over at the Clarion Inn. They got a nice pool and stuff over there. So obviously a huge shout out to them. I'm surprised to see him do this. I'm really surprised he's not just drawing this.
He's trying to find
table.
a tiny little window there, is he?
Yeah, I don't like this.
He doesn't like it either. Critical moment, Robbie. Have you figured it out? What do you like here?
Yeah, see, I think that was a
Drift
better shot.
gently up.
You got the side and the
Yeah,
corner, and he
done.
did end up kind of halfway in between the two.
Yeah,
there,
it's a very
too.
speed-sensitive shot, that one, but he did pick her out that didn't get him into trouble. He couldn't hook himself. And he got the speed close
He's
enough.
going to play the side pocket, I think.
Yeah. And he judged
Perfect.
that beautifully.
Well hit ball.
Good recovery shot, that. Bounce off the rail, please.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Just a nice little draw shot. You just got to avoid the side pocket. Just bring it a little bit above the side. Play the 10 ball right where he's standing, I would guess.
Yeah, and he's been judging a lot of these speed shots well, so he's using...
Shot.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
It's off
he
on the
ended
rail.
up
Still
on
got
the
to focus.
rail, but
This ball's not automatic.
yeah, it's good angle though. At least a little bit further, it's tougher.
Yeah.
Still going forward, I consider this.
It's a little bit blindish, and he's right on the rail.
Oh,
And it's
jeez.
just easy to slightly misjudge those. That was a huge moment in this match
Yeah, that's not going
for
to make
the
him happy.
people who are rooting for Robbie Schmidt. The Robbie Schmidt fans, the Robbie Schmidt fan club, are not going to be happy with that shot.
Cat Noakes, is this guy playing the ghost? Question mark. Almost. Oh, look at that. Paul Barth, thank you very much for that. That'll be popping up on the screen here any second, so we really appreciate it. We got a super chat. $10. That goes directly to our juniors program, guys, by the way. So any of that money that you would do for super chat goes directly to our juniors to help them pay for all kinds of stuff. So tournament entries, you name it. Donated $100 to a young player who's a great player to help him get a decent cue. So I know that, and yes, they spent more than $100. But Johnny helped actually with that too. That's Pork's kid.
All right.
Xander Rasmussen.
Sander, he's playing good.
Great young player.
Came up through the junior league.
Yeah, came up.
And
Yep. Well, his dad plays great, but yeah, I got the opportunity to teach him a little bit, which was great. Well, I think we're going to see Johnny run these.
Just going to roll this in gently and just go past the straight line. Just a hair. He's just planning the rest of the route here. Trying to figure out how he's going to get on the 5 ball. He wants to be right there. And he's got that angle that he just pointed to. He's got to transition from the 4 ball to get there. And with the 6 ball there, you've got to pick your route carefully here. So really, a lot hinges on the angle he ends up on the 4 ball.
Yeah, could have been better.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. He's got to get. I think he's going to come around 3 rails and try and come between the 6 and the 9. Well, shoot, that's looking at the overhead. Maybe he just draws this.
Yeah,
back.
he doesn't have to get close to it. He just has to get on that line, which is sort of the wedge between the 9 and the 6.
I I kind of like the line, though, coming around. We'll just have to see what Johnny does. It's so hard to tell from here what the actual play should be. But I think
he's going to follow.
Yeah, just like
he's going all the way around and going down there.
He took it even further than I was thinking there, and brought it all the way down to the end of the table.
Wow.
Which, based
And
on
that
the
just-
fact
he
that
may
he's
well
a
have been playing
719, I'm a 622,
he
I'd
was
say that
playing.
was probably the right shot.
I feel that he was playing for this pocket that he is going to end up shooting the 5 into.
Yeah.
Shot made a little bit more awkward just because he's got an angle on it. Huh.
Oh, that's what I was looking for, David. I appreciate that. The final total for Wisconsin Autism was just over $20,000 that they raised. How awesome is that for that tournament in Milwaukee I was talking about earlier? It's incredible work. Speaking of incredible work,
Oh, how well?
it wasn't too bad there.
How well did he hit that?
Well enough to be straight in on the 6, roll up for the 8 in the side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's rough, I tell you. That's not one you would expect to see.
And he was bridging over this, hampered by the 9 and the 10. He may not have had his normal bridge length there.
I just screwed up. And I tell you, these cameras kind of glitching out on me today are screwing me up a little bit, so I apologize, guys. I hope you can still follow along.
Robbie's got to roll this into the side pocket here. Yeah, played well.
I tell you, he definitely needed that. I mean,
Yep.
to go down more than double would have definitely been a little bit of a deflator, I think.
Well, yeah, and he's been showing signs of playing very well. And the match's turn on just 1 or 2 key moments, and missing position on the 10 and not taking this rack would be detrimental to his plan here.
Kevin Kisting is guessing 18-8 LJ. And billet spin. What's going on, Rich? Said Robbie needs to capitalize, and I agree. He's got to finish this rack, you know. Great job. So he got her 4-8. The first thing he did is go over there and punch that score button. Did you see that?
Yep. Just keep it up, and he was breaking really well earlier, so if he can break him well, get a good chance here. Don't lose a cue ball.
Should we try and turn the cheap TV on one more time? If you're just joining us, our TV gave out. That's why you don't buy stuff made in China.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You still will.
I think it's pretty tough, isn't it? All right, Robbie has been breaking pretty good. His last break, he did break dry, which gave Johnny a pretty good opportunity to get where he is right now. Made a ball, and no shot coming. So big old mess in the center of the table, at least for the first shot. So it's transitioning fine.
Yeah, I mean, he has to, when he pushes out here, he's got to leave, well, I guess a kick shot, you don't have to leave an edge of the 2. And truthfully, I mean, he can kick the 2 right now off the bottom rail, and if you're going to end up doing that anyway after you push out, maybe just go for it. Kiss it and Get some separation. There's lots of pools on the table. Find a safety. Trusting to luck, really.
That's a good kick, and he ended up nice and safe.
He played
there.
it really well.
Great shot,
and gave himself a good chance to hook him, and that's what he got. And your luck comes and goes. He was owed a little bit.
Matey. That's the other way we keep this thing running for free, and we actually utilize a lot of that money for the juniors also. But he said the stream must be getting pretty popular. I'd watch 30 ads before I could watch it. I don't know if it's 30, though. That might be an exaggeration. Oh. Well, I'll tell you, that was a good effort by Johnny to get through there. Is Robbie going to be so bold as to try and 3-foul him again? That's how he started this match. This is the first game he was trying to 3-foul him on his first shot.
I doubt it, because if Little John gets a good hit, Robbie might end up in trouble.
I agree.
And he's got a wide open table here, and he's in the mood to run out.
So he's going to roll forward here because he wants to play off the side rail to come up for that 4 ball up in the other corner. 7 ball is not in a great spot to be able to go off the end rail. It's a tricky little angle here, actually, to miss the 8 and still get past the 5 high enough for the 4. So he's got to be a little careful. Perfect.
Would love to have been just a little bit straighter on this, so that he could sort of stay there underneath the 5 ball. So he did decide to try and stay down there. He's got a little more angle just because of what he had on the previous shot. He really couldn't have done any better.
Nice
He sees a good safety there.
Yeah, good choice there.
Brenner.
And I think he is tight enough to that 10 ball to make Johnny have to go off more than one rail to get to the 5. So definitely a good
And
safety.
how many fouls is
This would
Little
be
John?
2 for Johnny if he
Okay.
didn't hit this. He'd be on 2. So Robbie would have to inform him that he's on 2 and then go from there. H. Rich said you and he should play sometime. He said the last time they played, that you guys played, he thought it was maybe Sharks Club.
Rich who?
Stadler. That's Billet Spin. That's
Rich Stadler, yeah.
yeah, that's our new sponsor. They're the one that made those beautiful coins for us.
Oh, we should play again. Sharks Club, yeah, I remember that.
Robbie taking a look to see how far ahead he's got to get here. I should probably get him out of our shadow here so we can see what he's doing. Just trying to figure out how far forward he wants to get, because you don't want to get too far forward because you got to stay there
Yeah,
for the 7.
right.
Kinda, you know?
You got a window there for the 6, but yeah, you don't want to be going away from the 7 here. Now we need the overhead view again to tell if what kind of
Let's
angle he's
just go
going
to
to
the.
6.
We'll look over his shoulder on this
There
shot.
you go.
He's got a good
You
angle
just
here.
gently roll this in and let it drift away a little bit, but not too much.
Or draw it back into the 9, one of the two. Yeah, he just held
nice
it.
little stop shot.
Good shot.
That's much better than letting it roll away.
Much better than what either one of us called.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Nice to have you there, Mark. We appreciate it. He says, nice stream again, guys. Watching from Concordia, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't in Kansas anymore, son. Well, maybe he is.
Yeah.
Stop shot for the 8 up in the corner. Or you think he comes back? Those are all shots that you got to remember to cut. You know, he's going to shoot this up into the corner, and it's just kind of that shot where you hold it a little bit. You got to remember to cut it.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Forgot to cut it. It's going to leave Johnny a bank, though. Not saying that's the best thing. Remember what Johnny's favorite game is.
Abel froze, or it's not froze, it bounced off just a fraction, but it's very close to the rail.
I think it's definitely makeable low cross side if
you say because he's got enough angle on it.
Yeah, right. Because you're back cutting it enough. It's touchy though.
We'll see.
He's playing safe. They actually, so what the deal was, so it's our normal King of the Hill match. We play every Friday night at 7:30, so King goes on, but it's a $250 minimum entry fee for each one of these players every week. But what they agreed to tonight was a $300 entry fee, but the deal was Johnny had to use the standard rack, the diamond rack, and Robbie was using the template rack.
Really? They're using a different rack?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that already? I
guess
thought I told you that already.
No, but I should have noticed, and now you say it, I remember them racking, but I didn't pay attention, but that's interesting.
It's going to make...
That's just because... Does Little John prefer the other rack, or...?
That's going to sting a bit. No, that was a handicap.
So it's like a spot, okay.
Yeah, it's like a spot to Robbie a little bit.
And that would explain why Robbie's brakes are working so well, and Little John's aren't quite as productive.
Yeah. But if he's the one finishing every rack, doesn't matter how productive the brake is, I guess, right? Oh, speaking of which, we should probably check our by the numbers for crying out loud. We got Chris G over there slaving away, trying to give us some accurate numbers. So we'll switch up to that quick so we can take a look. And really the story of the match right there. Unforced errors. 8 from Robbie and 4 from Johnny, which is pretty high, actually. I don't think they had that all of last week. Dry breaks, we only got 1 by Robbie and 3 by John. Break and runs, 2 by John. And safeties play. Robbie's played 2 more safeties than John has this time.
Of course, John didn't have to agree to that weighted, almost of a spot, you'd call it.
He was trying to bet 100.
He just wanted to
he was trying to make it 350.
Yeah, so okay,
so
it
he was trying
to
to
trade-off. Raise the rate.
Yep. All right, Patrick Glenn, what's going on, buddy? Our good friend Patrick, who's also one of the commentators here. He usually does the King's Court matches, which are our lower division matches on Sundays, starting at 11 o'clock with our Queens match. Jesters play at 1:30, and then, of course, the Knights play at 4:30. So those are all the different divisions we have here for our stream. We actually do that on what we call the open stream. So we reserve Mad Apple Xstream for 600 and above matches. And then the open stream is more of our local folks playing off. We got over a year waiting list for that, if you can believe that. It's actually, I think, almost a year and 3 months on both of those lists now.
Sign up now. So he's going to thin snick this and try and sneak it through there. Going to make sure he doesn't hit the 7.
Well, and now you're kind of in a situation where if Johnny doesn't like it because of the way 10-ball rules work.
He slopped that ball in the side pocket, and now Little John has the option.
Yeah, it's very similar to a push-out in 9-ball. Same kind of rules. So he can send it back to Robbie here because he slopped in that ball. So I'm sure you're going to see Robbie trying safety here, which he did fairly effectively.
And he hasn't left an easy sort of snick off return safety. Or has he? Yeah, he can drift. He's going to snick off and drift through. Oh, no.
Another good shot.
Just closing
See
it up. But
Robbie
this
just
way,
sneak in
what
here.
he has left is Robbie has been left a snick off safety.
Yeah, off the one, off
So
the
yeah,
seven,
this is a
behind
better,
the three, right?
position to be in. Yeah, beautiful. Judge that nicely to kiss off the 7. It's not the toughest safe to escape though.
It's a little tricky to hold this.
Thought he was going to try and go down table and leave more distance. So Robbie's got the upper hand again in this still got the upper hand in this safety battle because he's got another little snick shot now.
I'd play to the short side, right? To the rail side here.
I think I'll try and get frozen on the back of the pink 4-ball.
4-ball, yeah. Right. So just barely catch the edge of the
Yeah.
one, right?
Don't even
He's not going to go up
don't
table.
even really move the one if
I
it's
guess, though, the 7's in a good position to do what he's doing here, too.
yeah,
And you get some separation.
yeah.
Let's see how he does
I think
it.
if you manage to sneak through that gap, I don't know if he can, depending on where that's this position, but and end up going past the pink, then that ends up with a very tough shot to hit.
Gotta get moving. Oh, he hit that. Uh-oh. I almost thought he was going to hit that too hard for half a second.
Yeah, so he didn't, did he?
No, he's
Oh.
he's good yet.
Yeah.
Johnny might be able to spin that over, though.
And it's so far off the rail, it's a very difficult shot to make.
Oh, I see. He's
Just-
going to come 2
yeah.
rails and try and cut it back towards the end rail, right? So he's going to try and still hit the edge of the one and kind of follow that same line that Robbie played safe on last shot. Just like that, yep. Oh, except for he made it. He didn't play it, I don't think.
Yeah, now, truth is, you should have called it just in case. Right?
Yeah, but it shouldn't. That was pretty tough.
Well, it's got a chance. I mean, you're
Yeah.
still playing the same safety. You're playing a safety, but there's no point calling safe if you might as well call the ball. If
Right.
you end up with position on the 2, which in this case he did.
Well, stay within 4. Robbie's capable of running 3 and 4 racks.
Yeah, absolutely. His break seems to be working, so he has a chance here to hit a gear and run his way back into this match.
I think Rich stated it best. He's got to capitalize. He's got to capitalize on this every time. I think we have a tendency when we're down to try and overwork, and overthink stuff. Just got to keep it simple, I think, especially when you're trying to come back. Don't try and get too fancy. Just kind of hold balls where you can. And,
Well, you mean like that?
I think he's okay. I think he got away with that. I think he still can see it.
Did he have to hit that 10 ball?
He definitely did not, but I think he definitely got away with it. See how fast. Yeah, see, he's down on it right away.
Well, doesn't
no,
like it.
maybe not.
It's kind of like that 8 ball that he missed, where it's sort of on the rail, got that weird sort of similar angle, and like you say, you've got to make sure you cut it enough.
Hit it really good. Good recovery.
Yeah, that's what he didn't like, is because he knew he couldn't hit it too hard. So again, not quite in line.
Make the ball.
Doesn't
That's
really
all you
matter.
gotta
Yeah,
do.
it doesn't matter where on the table he ends up, because here's a kiss shot on the 10.
I almost come up and spin between the 10 and the 9 and just make
Don't
contact.
get
here.
fancy here. Just obviously protect the cue ball. Know where it's going to go.
That's why I'm saying.
But there's
I
a lot
think
of places on the
'cause
table
you
that
push
are okay.
the 9 into the center of the table. You can hold it, though.
Just
You
got to make
probably
this
will.
ball. There you go.
10 in the side. Carom shot.
Don't hit it with enough speed to scratch.
Right. I mean, you just tap it. Good shot. Played pretty solid on that ball, too. It's nice.
Well, we have a match here.
Staying within his 4 games with this shot he made here on the 10. Good job. A lot of speed into the 9, actually, for that shot to get that little bump off that 10 ball.
And he liked to hit it a little fuller and firmer. More predictable.
Got the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame tournament coming up this coming weekend. That's exciting stuff. John always does a terrific job. Robbie moving her back just a little bit. I want to thank everybody. We'll take a second here. Thank everybody for joining us here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company right here in Appleton, Wisconsin. We're on West College Avenue. We are the home of Mad Apple Xstream, which is what you're watching right now, and this is the King of the Hill series we play every Friday night. I'm joined in the booth by my very good friend of 27 years now, I think.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? M.H. Potting Penglaze. Always a pleasure. He would rather be at a bachelor party for a very good...
I'd rather be here. That's why I am here.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. But I would rather be at a bachelor party for Fong, actually.
Yeah.
It's a good man.
Good old Fong.
He's
Shout
one of
out
our
to
pro
Fong.
shop guys, yeah.
He decided he can't just go through life having fun and enjoying himself. he's going to get married.
One of my favorite lines is somebody showed me their ring and they said, "It's sucking the life out of me as we speak."
Well.
Now, me, on the other hand, this place wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for my wife, so can't say too many things bad.
Behind every great man, there's a great woman.
No.
Cooking and cleaning the house so it doesn't get a mess.
Oh, you're going to get us in trouble.
All right, not everyone. Some
Good
houses.
shot there. Does run up the rail here, so.
What a challenging shot that is. From the overhead view, I don't even know if he has space past the 9. From the other view, it kind of looks like he does. But he doesn't like it. It's such a difficult shot to hit this. So he's going to play safe. He's going to drift in and try and end up behind the 6 and the 5, and it double kissed. And
Well, that's going to work out for him.
He's still
huh?
got the 2 ball. Perfect.
2 in the 10. It's pretty good. Johnny's going to one rail kick this in the side pocket or try for it. Jeez. Oh, I thought he made her. It's pretty close.
That was almost a really good shot.
Came up just short.
Can't get much closer without it going in.
Uh-oh. Wow, that's uncharacteristic, I think.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you got a positional need and an object ball potting need, and you kind of just go into a shot which you don't join them together, and you got the wrong shot. So he was focused really on trying to bump beautifully off that rail right next to the side pocket and not scratch and not hit it too hard, so he still's on the 2 ball.
All for the 5, though. I'm pretty sure the issue wasn't getting to the 2. It was getting an angle that he liked to get over to the 5. Because even when you're looking at Johnny right now, he's trying to get so he can get somewhere on the 5. 5 ball's really got one pocket and it's tight. Randy says I have 42 years in on a life sentence. Well, good for you. Uh-oh. You got way too far there, I think. Kind of look over his shoulder here, see what it looks like. Looks just as bad from here as it looked from the other angle, I think. So you're going to jump this? It's tough to jump.
Yeah, he's one reel kicking it. Well,
Naughty neighbor said shot that one like a jester.
Yeah, he's going for the pitching wedge. He's playing the jump shot.
This is tough. You got to get up and down and keep it on the table. You got to get a really high pop on this thing and get it down right away. Quick jab you're going to see. Well, he got it to do what he wanted, but didn't quite get the pocketing done. Got up and got there.
Nice chance here for Robbie.
Could use this too. It'd get him within 3 games, so that actually makes it a reasonable match.
Yeah, that feels like a beginning of a comeback.
Yeah, but you got to get out here
Right.
too.
Every ball. Not just most of them, everyone.
Nice little bank shot there. Start things out. That's got to build your confidence, seeing it wipe its feet quite severely on that shot.
And the angle on the 6 ball needs to be just right.
Perfect.
And that is good, isn't it? Otherwise that shot becomes tricky, trying to get on the 8. It's a little bit more angle than he wants, really. It's not ball in hand perfect, but he's definitely happy he's got a chance. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and he wants this thinner angle on the 8. Well, you've got to make sure you make this ball.
Tell you,
Yeah, it's tough. I
he
mean,
did exactly what he was trying to overcorrect, is hitting that end rail, which would be the typical,
it's weird, isn't it?
typical way you hit that ball. So he avoided that and he overcut it based on it. So actually came out not too horrible here, because he ended up about in the only spot where John's not just going to easily go around the inside there. Just got to give this a little bit of a hook. Well, maybe
He's
not.
going real fast.
Yeah,
Sneaking behind the 9. Look how much space there is behind the
I think he's got
9.
to masse this a little bit, but maybe not.
Look how much space there isn't behind the 9 ball. It almost doesn't look like that's even possible. You hit the 9 ball
Yeah,
either going
he
in
did
or
hit
going
the
out. That was. And even if he had done that, I don't know if he'd hit the 8.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I think he had to masse that ball just a
Or
little
just
bit.
a simple one-rail kick shot. You know he can has a good chance at making contact with that ball.
This is, I tell you, it is interesting when you get down like this and you're not necessarily feeling 100% confident, because there's so many ways that you can hit this ball to get shape. And he picked the right one because he's got a great angle here on the 10. So nice shot there by Robbie.
Yeah, he's
Take
gonna
a
take nothing
second.
for granted.
Good for
Gets
him.
up off the shot. Let's start again and make sure we do this right. Nine six. Robbie on the move. And he's using the turtle rack today. It's a different brand and it's a different shape.
Why do they call it that?
Take a look at the table, and you'll see that.
What happened to that turtle? He's only got 2 legs.
Two long black flippers, yeah.
Right.
And a tail. And it works really well.
Yeah, if I will say for a template rack, that's probably the one I like.
Yeah, Mason and I used that a lot for like years when we were playing 11 ball, which of course is the best game that there is.
Well, that's not a great break for Robbie.
Yeah.
Johnny
He's
probably
definitely,
appreciates
but one
it.
thing we say for him, we're using that turtle rack, is he's definitely separating the balls every time he breaks.
It's a little bit tricky to get out of here with the 9 sitting where it is. You've got one path out.
Yeah. It's just going to straight draw it out and not hit the 9 ball.
Try and get the 2 ball in kitty corner. Oh, no, side. There we go.
Oh, how beautifully well was that shot struck.
It's not too shabby.
Speed control on that deep draw.
Yeah, it's just going to be
Yeah.
pushing the ball a little bit.
But yeah, this is the critical angle. The one he's just lined up there. The shot becomes really tricky if you don't get on this right line. But now he has a chance just to sweet draw this back and brush the side rail as it goes down there.
I think he's going to keep it straighter than that even. I
Yeah,
don't know if
maybe.
he's going to hit the
Looks like he's
rail
got
or
an
not.
angle on it. It might just have to
Yeah, he
brush
did
the
get
rail.
to the rail, yeah.
Get 2 rails, and that's just lovely. He doesn't want to be straight. He's willing it to bounce off the rail a little bit more than that. Well, before it rolled down, he knew he didn't like the speed of it. But he's okay. There you go. At just enough angle that he can roll forward and spin out.
He's putting himself on the 50-yard line on these. You know, this
Yeah.
6 in the corner is not a great shot, and I don't really like it in the side.
Is he straight enough where he can just dead roll that 6 ball into the long corner and
Brush past
just
the
roll
side.
forward?
I don't think so. He's drawing it. So you're going to draw it
Okay.
3 rails around for to get to the
No.
right side of the 7.
He's
You
probably going to play the 6 and the 7 in the same pocket.
think? Bump into it.
No, I think just draw behind it.
I don't like running that 7 up the rail past the side pocket.
No, I don't really
if
like
you
that
don't
shot
have
either.
to. I think he's either going to run into the 7 here, or he's going to try and draw it around 3
Yeah, it might
rails.
make sense to just play a kiss on the 7 here. A half ball kiss and not a full in the face kiss. Otherwise it just sticks right there and double kisses
He's
out.
drawing this 3 rails around. Zing, zing, zing. Oh, side pocket.
Oh wow. How hard did he hit that in the side pocket at that thin angle? Replay
Drove
that
it.
shot.
Definitely will.
That was fantastic. Drilled it in the side pocket from a really
Didn't see it coming.
thin angle. Struck that shot really accurately at speed.
Going to push this to 4-game lead again if he can finish these last 3 balls with which I would bet on all day long. Good speed there, coming up perfect for the 10. Going to get to 10.
All right, let's have a look at that shot again, Kendall.
Oh, did I capture it? I hope I did. I hope I was
I
on.
hope so.
I hope I was on. I did actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's take a quick look at that side pocket shot that got this going.
Powers this 6 ball in the side pocket. And even
Great
probably
shot.
had inside English on that, didn't he, to zing around those rails. What a well-struck shot.
What's he doing here? Trying to bump into his rack? Uh-oh. Lost the cue ball again.
Another scratch on the break for
110 combination, you think Robbie goes?
A little thin. You'd hate to shoot it and miss it.
It's thin,
Well,
but man, you gotta feel like you.
How do you
gotta
feel
win.
about the rest of the rack? The 2 ball's somewhat awkward
Two
to
balls
get
the
on.
only. 2 balls the only problem. I think the rest of
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. And the 3 ball goes past the 6, does it? So if he can get to where he's showing you here, it gets simple after that. So this very first shot, if he is going to play it, needs really good speed control to get that nice angle that he just showed you on the 2 in the side pocket, if that's what he wants. See if he likes it. No, I really thought he was going to shoot the 1 ball into the pocket past the 10 and just sort of stun draw up there. He's showing you again where he wants to get to.
If you hit this well, you've got a really long line that you can stay on and still get it. So that's why I
Yeah,
like
it makes
going
more
the way that
sense,
he's
doesn't
going.
it? This is the one they were not cutting across the line. The other one, he has to hit the speed really, really well. And
Came out okay here.
he
Maybe
throws
a
his hands up. He
little
knows
shorter than he would like.
knows he's
to be.
short. And we
He's
don't
all
see-
right here though. Side pocket, side pocket. So you're gonna go 2 in the side, drift over for the 3 in the side, or not.
Because he's just enough angle. He doesn't think he can stop
He's
quick
trying
enough
to bump the 3 out.
for
I
a nice
think.
shot on the 3. So yeah, he has to hit it.
Shot.
What a great, really well controlled shot that is. If you hit that too hard, he's in trouble.
6 balls go in the same pocket, I
Yeah.
would guess. I mean,
Yeah, and
those-
that's not the biggest problem here. Exactly right. Yeah, 6 ball in the same pocket. I
think
think he
I'd
has
set-
to now, but the angle on this 6 ball is critical.
set to come up and bump the 10 off
Which
the
way?
6, I think.
Oh, and that actually might be better if you could, but I don't think he was straight enough to get on that side of it. So what do you got
Yeah,
here,
he's
Rory?
good, I think.
A little bit of an angle. Not much. To sort of Z-bank down there.
Could just draw this straight down,
Right,
too.
he might
yeah.
be that straight. So,
I'm saying draw it back by the 10. I would have a tendency. I mean, I can't tell what angle
yeah,
he's
he may
got,
just have a
though.
little bit more angle than that. So that's why he's going the other way. Oh,
Good shot.
what a well-played shot. And he's showing you he's still playing at very high level. He's playing really good.
He's in for the fight.
And again, for the same reason, he kind of wants to come backwards.
Yeah, keep the 9 out
or
of
at
play.
least play it in a way. Yeah, it looks like he's going forwards, but yeah, play it in a way that the 9, you don't have to judge the speed or you hook yourself. Because there is a natural follow shot sort of between the 9 and the side pocket, isn't there?
Yeah, I
Who
think
wants,
that's where
who
you,
wants to do that?
where you go.
I mean, it might be natural and simpler, but
You go to the side pocket
You
or the
just have
side rail before the side pocket, I think.
you
On
have to
the
make
shot.
sure you know exactly where this is going. You don't want to scratch. You don't want to hit the 9 ball. You need to just drift past the side pocket.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
he's
gonna-
digging down now, so
yeah.
it's safer this way. It's just there's no point messing with all that. That way you can't hook yourself.
Perfect. I don't know which one to
Speed,
keep. 'cause
yeah,
that
and
was a
that's
good shot, too.
that's the one of the rules of thumb. Don't cross the line. Had to break that one and just make sure you hit the speed right.
Well, look at this. He's going to get this thing within 3 games. Who'd have thunk? Well, and I think probably the true key shot in this rack was that 6 ball where he slid up. Even though that 7 was a little bit tricky to make sure he didn't get himself behind the 9, I still think this shot here was probably the crucial shot of the rack.
This is a beautiful shot, this.
Yeah, he had to slide it in there just perfect. So
he's proved many times so far in this match that he's threading the needle, and he knows exactly where the cue ball's going.
Pinpoint positioning.
Well, I won't say exactly. He seems, it only takes an inch or so wrong, but he's playing a lot of really good shots.
Absolutely. Hey,
got to string them together, don't you, without a mistake in the middle, and then you'll start winning these things. All starts with the break here, of course.
Thanks to everybody for joining us here at the Mad Apple Xstream. We really appreciate all the shares, the likes. We can't see them anymore. They don't pop up on screen, but, man, just hit that like button. We're not asking for cash, just a little action pushing some buttons. So we appreciate all of those. Please keep it up. What a mess this table is. Even if he could make the one.
Up in the air. The one ball. It's not really that difficult. He's good at jumping, and this is one of the easier jump shots, isn't it? Where
it is really just the 5-7, but that 5-7 doesn't have anything near it to help it.
Yeah, and he's got. I say this is easy. Of course, it's a sophisticated shot if you also plan on controlling the cue ball and getting on the 3, which obviously he is. And then what? Then you got a big old mess there. 4 ball. Play safe on the 4. But one ball at a time. He's going to make this jump shot and not hook himself. Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe that didn't get in.
It's tough to imagine, isn't it, hitting it as solid as that and it not going in. Too straight. Hit it dead straight.
Yeah, you just cut it to the outside.
Cut it the wrong way, yeah.
Just a little bit. All right, so Johnny left with this shot on the 1. Still not an easy rack. We kind of discussed that already. Those 5 and the 7 sitting there is a little bit difficult. Might be able to play the carom off the 5 and play the 7 in the side, possibly. Or get an angle here.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite good for that. Yeah. Doesn't really seem to have a break shot on the 4, so that means he might have to be planning on playing safe here.
Oh, he's going to play the angle for the 4 to break the 5.
He is, okay.
Yeah, right there.
That is. That's exactly what he's got, so there is an offensive shot there.
Oh. Unfortunately, he got in the way of that shot, but it was hit very well, and you can see it from the overhead cam.
Controlled that contact on those balls beautifully.
Perfect angle. Just going to roll up, 9 ball on the left side, or corner. Well, he's liking getting close to his work here tonight. And finishes that out no problem. Definitely want to go back here and let's take another quick look at the 4-ball shot and how perfect he hit that ball. Couldn't have asked for a better stroke. Watch it off that top rail. Watch the English take. See it just reversed just at the right moment for a perfect break shot on that ball.
Yeah, that was really good.
Should take a look at the stats page here after this. We'll take a look and see exactly where they're at. Guarantee that's changed quite a bit at this point. Well, we're not going to add to the dry breaks because he made a nice shot there, made a ball.
Bank the one ball in and
got 10
run
unforced
out.
errors compared to 6 for Johnny. Got 1 dry break compared to 3 for Johnny, so that hasn't changed. If you notice, the guys have both figured out their break at this point. Break and runs, nothing for Robbie, 2 for John, and 8 safeties to 6. So statistically, actually a pretty close run.
Yeah, the
line.
unforced errors. It depends on who makes the last one per rack.
Yeah, seems that way.
So he's starting with a bank shot here. He's going to send the cue ball probably round 2 rails around the pink 4. And it looks like he's left a little window for Robbie.
I would agree. I think Robbie's probably got this shot. It's a good shot.
Breathes past the 7 ball, both in and out. So just draw back just an inch and a bit more than an inch, and well,
Perfect.
he's okay right there. Stop shot. It's better than drawing too much.
Yeah. Like that angle to come down for the 8. I think that's nice.
Yeah, and so he's not trying to get straight on this 8. It's not the end of the world if he does.
I actually prefer to get to the rail like that. Well, he ended up straighter yet, but if you're that close, he's got plenty of room to manipulate things, so should just tap this in and then play the side pocket.
Man, he does have. He's not really straight on this ball exactly.
Well, which is good because he'll push to the rail a little bit.
As long as
Yeah, see,
yeah,
that's
he's eyeballing it, but it's kind of the cue ball has just a little bit more bounce than you like, just because of the angle on this 8 ball. But if he likes it,
I changed his
wow,
mind.
he
Yeah.
didn't like doing that. So that's good. He's giving himself a shot in the side pocket.
Plenty of room.
Well, and another 3 rail shot here.
How about some predictions here, guys? We got an 11 to what looks like is going to be an 11 to 8, so 3 game difference right now. We did have an 18 to 8 prediction a lot earlier on, but I think that might be shot down at this point because Robbie's about to take it to that 8. Not saying Johnny can't win 7 in a row, but I think Robbie will have something to say about it. Oh, my
no.
goodness.
It did look like he jumped up on that shot, didn't
Definitely can't do that, and glad to see he didn't kick that in with his cue because that would have cost him another game, and it would have definitely made a difference in this match to get Johnny to 13. We do have a rule in our King of the Hill match, and that is if you do swipe the balls at any point. You lose that game plus the next one. So
No conceding the rack.
no conceding the rack. We got to shoot them all. As torturous and painful as it is to watch a guy shoot that ball in after you leave it hanging up there, but that he did.
That's a bad moment for Robbie there.
Robbie just taking a little breather, I think, but John should continue to play. It is the player's right if your opponent walks away. During your turn, you can continue to shoot.
And that's what Robbie didn't say anything, so he's expecting that. He's just going outside for a little yell.
Fresh air, we call that.
Fresh air, yeah, that's what I meant.
On a roll.
There we go, he's back.
Yeah.
Fresh. He's going to ignore that and keep playing good because he knows he's playing 9 out of 10 shots. Absolutely awesome.
Pretty sure I heard Johnny say yuck on that break. Oh, what do you think? Do you think he goes for it here? Got a shot at the 10 ball. Maybe a little bit of a safety action because you got that 8-3-2 kind of there.
I'd be pretty... well, you know, it is a possibly... It could get safe, luckily. I'd be surprised if he goes for this.
Me too, but I just figured... throw it out there.
I
It's
mean,
an option.
Yeah, if you think you've got a chance to make this shot.
I mean, he definitely can make the shot. It's just where do you get on the two?
You're hoping to get lucky. He's rolling his eyes. All right, Robbie, you got this. He's going to stay focused. He's definitely still got his head in the game, and he's not going to let this get to him. If I know Robbie.
Who are you trying to convince here?
Well, if you're listening, Robbie. So he's just going to come up with a nice little safety here. Doesn't seem quite natural.
Almost like rolling the 2 into the 3 and trying to get him behind the 5 kind of deal.
And
that's not going to
is
work.
not.
Well, did he end up short enough
Well,
to
he
make
might
it
have,
tough?
yeah.
He might have, is right.
He may have protected himself. I don't know.
Oops, I saved you. Yeah, he's going to cross bank this ball. Oh, so badly wrong. Still says 18-8, especially now. Look at that shot.
Wow.
Jeez. Smoked it in and broke the 3. How does that work out?
Oh, that is incredible. Because it was such an awkward looking position.
Yeah.
And now
just tap it in.
Brilliant.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Forgot to cut it.
Trying to judge the kiss on the 6. Sometimes that positional side of it can just lure you slightly away from the actual making the ball. And this is critical, this next angle.
And the nice thing is he's got both pockets, so really just...
Both pockets for the 6 ball, or?
No, for the
ball?
5.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking you've got to find a way to get... Well, of course, there is a 6-10 combination. I was going to say you've got to find a way to get on the right side of that 6 ball.
I just think I make this comfortable pocket speed.
Yeah, when the 5 ball's kind of in the middle of the table like that, they can be very awkward, can't they? And you've got to... So he's played for a straightish shot. Let's see if he's got straight enough to just roll forward. Because it's so close to straight, it's actually not even easy to punch it to the other side.
Yeah, it's almost too
yeah,
straight.
Like more angle or less. No. There's one request for what? We're commentating on the match. Lady wanted to know if we do requests.
Yeah, I know. They do that all the time. We're the DJs, don't you know?
Yes, I request that you don't interrupt me while I'm trying to commentate on this match.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you, Robbie's really got to start getting something going here. He's going to just get rolled over now.
Well, nudge on the 9-ball. He's okay. Left himself pretty much dead straight on this, so he's just going to draw it back.
I don't even know how much you're going to see him draw it.
Yeah, you don't even
stop shot.
You don't need to. Of course, that's true. You don't need to.
That's exactly what he did. A little stop shot. Now he's going to, I don't know, 2 rails probably. It could go 1. I always end up stunning it and killing it too much when I try and shoot 1 here. I hit it good though. Tendency to spin that too much and then end up going nowhere. But perfect shot.
Yeah.
John's going to finish this thing out and get to 13 games in this race to 18. King of the Hill here at the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company on West College Avenue. This is Mad Apple Xstream. I'm in the booth with M.H. Potting Penglaze, and I am Kendall Cook. And happy to be here with everybody tonight. Good match. I mean, Robbie's had some mistakes here that definitely he would like to get back, because this match would be much closer without the 3 or 4 I think that he missed, you know. I mean, you take away the 3-4 that Robbie had dead to rights, I think. Evens things right out. So Johnny doing a good job capitalizing every time that Robbie has made those mistakes. So. He's really off to the side. He wasn't over that far before, was he? Was he breaking from there the whole time?
I think he was.
Yeah?
I know he was breaking that way earlier in the match.
Well, it's a safety break this time. One off the 5 in the corner pocket. If you're feeling gutsy. Otherwise, you play safe behind the 5-6.
1 off the 5 and maybe off the 6 too.
See, there he goes.
What he's
1 off the 5.
Because it's a two-way shot and play safe. Of course, you don't know that for sure because the 5 and 6 are being disturbed, and if the 1 ball ends up over the corner, cue ball has to go somewhere safe.
Mark James, Little John plays with. That's a good shot by Robbie there. Did he get a leave? No, he got completely the opposite of a leave. He got hooked up dead tight.
Game of millimeters. If it just tapped
he
slightly
plays
different
with
spot on the 3 ball, it'd have been fine.
Plays with the. What is it? I don't even remember now. I should remember, but I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss it. Yeah, with Jacoby Black. That's what I thought, and a Sib tip. So he plays with a Jacoby Q and a Jacoby Black.
Robbie or Little John?
LJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure he plays with the Jacoby, yeah.
Taking a nice close look at to see if he can see any of the 2 ball off that 3.
Yeah, and the saving grace here is that the 7 and 8 are tied together. You'd like to get a good hit here. Oh, you could see it.
I did. He got a good hit, and is it going to pay off? Not really. John can see a clean 2 ball here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Last week he did play with the Keelwood, the Jacoby Keelwood shaft. Is that what he has on now?
Oh, that's what he's playing with now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Well, he forgot to tell me to update his stat sheet. I forgot.
Yeah, he said he's trying to get away from the carbon fiber.
Yeah, Mark, you're right. It is. I didn't even look at the shaft.
No, right.
That doesn't look like carbon fiber to you?
That orange
They don't make
toast. That toasty looking cue over there. It's basically wood that they put through a toaster and just lightly brown and dry.
Yeah.
And it's lighter, stiffer, and load of
Almost as
load
good
of
as
flexion.
ash, huh?
Yes, almost as good as ash. That's right. I'd like to try that toasting a bit of ash. The same way.
Oh my!
The same way they do keel wood.
Well, that's definitely
Yeah.
interesting. It was
I mean,
no hit actually on
No,
that
and it
shot.
was always a thin shot, and it wasn't a very easy shot at all, and didn't really seem like there were any easy safeties. And
He's
he
really
had some
trying to
spin.
spin
He was
that
just,
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brush past it, which is what it needed, of course. Kiss it in as the cue ball flies past. And he had some outside English, too, to help it.
Jeez. We must be getting bored. We're talking about Johnny's shirt color and
Are we?
yeah. Somebody said he likes the color of Johnny's shirt.
Oh,
new
in-
color.
In the chat. Okay.
I don't know. I guess I can't
Must-
even picture what he's got on. I was too busy watching the pool match.
Big red shirt.
I'll tell you, I just really want to see Robbie finish some of these racks.
Yeah, and you got to figure out this problem with the 7 ball if you're going to do that. Doesn't go in the side pocket, does it?
7, I think it does.
Oh, okay. He's not tried to break it yet, so.
Holy cow, we had a mass exodus. What happened there? Yeah, that's good. Nice angle here. You can kind of pick and choose where he wants to get for the 7 ball on the side. Like this angle because you can either bring it up table or comes. Oh,
Well, he's
careful.
played it 2 rails, but it needed to bounce more. I was wondering if he
And
was
he
going to go
almost
1 or 2
rolled
rails.
so far it's good, you know. Now he can follow up 2 rails back.
Makes shooting this ball in the hole a lot tougher. And he's not going to get very straight on the 8.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
cue ball's
I
gonna be
honestly
running-
think if he makes
running
this,
away
it's
here.
a perfect angle.
The overhead angle shot doesn't even. Oh, what a great shot! That's another saver.
Good enough
And
there.
he's- he didn't freeze on the 9 like he did earlier.
I mean, you just don't want to overdo this shot. You really want to make the ball and just hit it just below center, and it should come back pretty nice for the 9, really. Yeah. Well, is he going to get lucky and keep him behind the 8? Nope. Not quite.
Well, that hurts.
Yeah, he knows it too. He knows that he's just not finishing like he should.
Look what the screen does to the color of his shirt, though. It looks orange, doesn't it? But it's actually clearly red when you look at it. Same as his glove. Matches. In fact, that is why he comes in and buys different color gloves, because he's very fashionable.
Oh, he got you talking
he
about
likes-
his fashion.
Yeah, no, well, he does like to match the color of his gloves too. Well, that or it was the shoes last time. He had these shoes, and blue shoes, and he came in and bought a blue glove to match.
You're not really talking into the microphone. You're pretty tough to hear, actually.
Ow.
Surprised nobody's said anything.
Maybe they just can't hear me.
Johnny looking to take this to 14 games, doubling Robbie's score at 7-14 if he can put this 10 ball into the side pocket. And there it goes. 14-7. Robbie is just kicking himself in the head every time. Plenty of opportunities. I think, honestly, I've seen Johnny give up more opportunities this match than I've seen him give up in a while.
Yeah, Robbie's definitely had his chances. He's going to be kicking himself and wishing he had just a few shots left because he's, on the whole, playing really well. But that's no good at all, is it? If you make one mistake each time.
Well, that's the problem with rotation. You know, I mean, you got to be finishing racks. You can't start a rack and play perfect and then leave 3 balls every time or 4 balls every time or a wide open table and expect to stay in the game, you know. But it is winter break, so you never know what could happen, and I know for a fact Robbie's capable if he just gets an opportunity, and here it is.
Yeah, and that the spot, the fact that they're using a different rack.
Look at that combination 10 ball right here. 1-9, 5-10. Corner pocket.
We may prefer to take off the 1, 2, and 3 first, and then play a kiss shot.
And break.
Well, no, this is not 9 ball, is it? You'd play the 4. All you do is break them up. You'd have to call the 9 if you really believed it.
I think you'll see him trying to go for the run here, even though I'm pretty sure that that's a fairly legitimate shot there to the 10 ball. Looks like it might actually overcut the 10 into the rail a bit, but. Thanks to all you guys for the likes and shares. Keep it up. We got a lot of match left to watch.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out if he likes that break shot on the 4 to break those balls up and have to get position on the 5 that's sandwiched in the middle there. Or do you go into him right now?
Well, now the problem is, do you play the 2-4 and then you don't have the break for the 5?
Yeah.
Or do you play safe? I think my option here is probably
try and
safe.
play a really good shot and get him behind the 10 ball.
That's what he's going for. Just way too slow for that shot.
Now, the fact that he did move the 10 ball makes this break on the 4 ball much easier. Because all you have to do is tap the 9 and the 5 ball goes towards the pocket and you can free the 5 ball up and predict where it's going to go. Before it was kind of sandwiched and you probably have to hit a harder shot.
6 ball's the problem here. So you got to just watch this 6 ball a little bit.
That he's going to hit the 6 ball now?
Yeah, I think he's just going to pocket speed this too and not hit it too hard. Kind of run into the 6. Well, he just missed it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Good shot. Getting off the 9, pushing it out and getting away from the 9 is the issue.
Make sure you don't hit it solid. You've got to pick one side or the other of the 9 ball to hit.
I think he almost wants to just thin the 4 as thin as he can and kind of get between the rail and the 9 when he gets
and
that break.
You'd like a very thin shot on the 4 ball, yeah. So he wants to
yeah.
go forward, but he looks like he's digging down, so I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, he can hit that ball thin no matter where he ends up.
Oh, I see, because he's stunning across.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a thin shot. Yeah, you're right. You cheat the pocket and you can still hit it thin, but it would be more natural if he'd just come a couple more inches more.
I think you just hit this with a little bit of right. Hit the rail then the 9. And not very hard.
Yeah, be real careful. Right,
He likes to get separation, so he might just drill this ball too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he froze him, and that's it. You didn't want to hit. It's exactly what we said. Hit the 9 full in the face. You had to hit it.
It's so easy
One
from
side.
here, isn't it?
Well, I'm not saying you know, I'm going to hit that shot and know exactly where I'm going. I know what I'm going to try.
Side pocket, so he's going for... is he trying to get behind this?
Yeah.
On the 3rd rail?
3 rails behind.
I think he's got a mess. Oh. Oh, between there. Huh. I didn't think he could see between the 10 and the 9, but I guess he can.
He got his 3
Good hit,
rails.
general
Got a good
direction, yeah. Robbie's a pretty strong banker, too, so whether or not you see him go offensively. If you hit the speed right here, it's still a pretty safe shot because you're going to leave it 2 rails back and forth.
Z-bank it to the middle of the bottom rail.
Yeah, right.
Because it is quite a thin hit, this. The cue ball's going to...
That's a good shot.
Did he end up behind the 6 ball? Wow. Well, he shrugs as he walks away from the table.
Johnny let out a nice shot, Robbie. That's a good hit.
A lot of spin.
Yeah, that's a good hit. He didn't really get justification or justified for that, but hit it good. Bunch of right English and spin 3 rails, you think?
Going forward, yeah, if you can. And now back.
He is a little scary to me hitting that shot. He made a
Yeah,
good
he
play.
was careful not to give it more like you feel like you want to, because that brings the side pockets into play. I mean, obviously he wasn't trying to kiss that ball, but another thin cut missed. Overcut.
Self-destruction. I've been there about 1.5 million times, as a lot of us have. You know, it's amazing the difference. You know, I mean, you look at Robbie, he's a 622. He's rated same as I am. He's played a lot less. Look at Johnny here. But you get against players that play as consistent and as smart as John plays, and it just becomes a different game. You put Robbie up against a 640, a 650, a 6 whatever, confidence builds, you know. And the example I have for that is when we had Bustamante here, one of the exhibition matches was Johnny playing against Boosty.
Yeah.
That's one of Johnny's favorite players is Boosty. So you watched him play that match, and he was dogging balls kind of like you would see other guys dog
isn't it
against
strange?
him.
You're right.
You know, I mean, it just...
And Francisco Bustamante played phenomenally. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and I just think that pressure of knowing that the guy that you're playing, if given the opportunity, is going to beat you.
Right.
I mean,
And
they
that's what a lot of
going
these
to
players
give you that-
feel about Little John when going up against him. If you don't believe it,
Right.
how can you do it? And it's tough to believe it if somehow deep down you just don't.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I guess my point to that is it doesn't matter what level you play at. When you play against players that are better than you, you can look really bad at times, you know.
Yeah.
It just, the pressure is different. So, oh boy, he didn't rack himself very good there. But still made a ball and has a jump shot. What do you think of that rule? And if you guys want to chime in and chat too, I really like the idea of only being able to use jump shots on incoming shots. So if you hook yourself, no jump cue.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that. Where do they play that? I did hear about that rule.
I don't know, but I really
If you play a safety,
thought about
you can jump
implementing
out of
it
it. But if you hook yourself, you've got a kick out of it or something else.
Right. I personally think that that's the way it should go. Because what it does, I mean, the problem with jump cues, and not to say it's not a skilled shot, because it is a very skilled shot, but I think that if you jump everything, you miss out on some of the great shots like
I mean,
Masse's
jumping is a skilled shot,
and
but
kicks.
it takes away from the other skills, kicks
Right.
and Masse's, which is so fun.
So to be able to level that out a little bit, I think that would be a great rule.
Yeah, you'd still see both, so I think that's not bad, is it?
That's just my opinion. I would love to hear what other people think of that. I forget how to do that. I got to get rid of this guy here. Nope. Jump cue rule. Oh, I don't remember how to do this.
So
Oh, yeah, I have to go
he didn't like
here.
his chances of playing a softer shot and still getting shot on the 2-ball. He popped it out. I think he's okay. He's got a window. He throws his hand in the air because he thinks he hit it too hard. Yeah, I was thinking about positioning the 3 in the side. Even considering going 2 rails and kissing the backside of the 7 to hold for the 3 in the side pocket. But better to go right into it rather than risk a kiss on another ball.
I thought I removed those. Let's see. No, then just don't allow jump cues. Okay. Sounds like good rule. Takes the easy way out of the hooking yourself. I agree.
Good recovery shot there from Robbie.
Yeah, I think, though, then you lose the good jump cue shots if you don't allow jump cues at that point, though. David Dolly says, not a fan of jump cues, jump only with the playing cue, but I'm old.
Yeah, no jump cues. Jump shots still allowed. Just not jump cues.
Well, but I mean, an example for that would be my break cue is short, but it is still one of my shooting cues, so is that allowed? Looks tougher on the traditional view than it does on the overhead.
Yeah, isn't
I
that
don't think
amazing? It looks almost impossible on the left-hand view on your screen there. But the overhead view shows it's not that bad.
It's really a good
Or
angle.
at least maybe the
to go
truth is
back
somewhere
and
in
forth
between.
here. Wow, went forward and around.
Oh,
Great
that's
shot.
finally off. He's been struggling to get in line. Well, yeah,
Now he's two
okay.
in line. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not 100% perfect here, but every shot seemed a little awkward there, and he's worked his way through this. Took him almost
there.
all the way up to the last ball, but he finally got in
Take a
line.
look at Robbie's 7 ball here.
Yeah,
Nice forward little play.
Yeah, that was really, really good, that shot. Got it to come square enough.
And he made it count, so he got his game to 8. Race to 18, so he needs 10 more. Johnny needs 3, so he's really got to be on his game from here forward. Can't be missing the
Yeah, I
balls.
mean, he knows he's got a chance. He knows he's dangerous enough. He knows that he's playing really well, and you can still see from that last run and that sophisticated 3-rail shot to get on the 8 that he's still got his head in the game. So let's see if he breaks him and runs him.
I mean, again, I'll speak of his capability because he's definitely capable. I've seen it. I've seen him run and run and run, rack after rack. So let's see if he can get some of that rolling. Got a couple more answers about the break cue. Dan Witzke says not saying jumping is easy, but if you know how to jump, it's definitely easier than getting a hit when kicking. PPE Exterior says saying no jump cues is like saying no separate break cue.
It's like guns in America. You can't take them away now.
Paul Hemminghaus, I am more excited by a difficult kick than a jump. I agree with that. Although there's some really technical jump shots. I mean, I will give credit because you can really hit some neat. Mason does a one-handed jump massé. That's definitely a talent.
So he's got himself on this combination, and because he's not quite straight, he's going to negotiate the cue ball to the rail and back out again.
Well, you put the 3 in a
and he hit it so hard enough because he was nipped in between the 5 and the 7 to hit the rail, and hit it with a good speed to do that. Kind of forgot about the 3 ball.
Oh, see, there's a good point,
Oh,
actually. That's a great bank shot.
What a good shot.
All right, so I'm going to say Steve Profit brings up a good point. He says, sometimes I set for a jump shot knowing that it's going to be an easier position for the next ball. So I guess in that case, if you say no jump cues on your incoming shot, well, what if I intended that? So that's an argument or a point of view that I never considered. So thanks for that. Ooh, Eichmann 280 is pretty extreme here. He said all cues should be 56 to 60 inches and 16 to 21 ounce, including break and jumps.
Should ban all cues.
Right. Oh.
And he had said himself, it was awkward that. The window always was going to leave him a sort of a tougher angle on that shot. He set himself as good as he could on it.
Well, are you going to see Johnny bank this shot, or is he going to just play safe behind the 6? If he's got enough, he'll bank it. Yep, he just called the bank, so we'll stay right here and see if he can cross this over.
Yeah,
nice.
right. Watch out for the double kiss here.
There's no double kiss here. It's just whether or not
he's closer to the rail.
Yeah,
the cue ball's going to travel further. I don't know. Cue ball's going to be traveling faster.
No. Nope.
We'll never find out.
We have no idea. All right, Robbie with ball in hand is going to back up behind that 5 ball, shoot it across the table to the corner. Got to leave a nice angle to pop out for the 6. Almost hit it too good. Almost ended up behind the 10, but he did not. Yeah, my point about my break cue is that I can jump very well with my break cue. So, but yeah, there wouldn't be a comparison between a jump and a break cue, except for my old break cue. That used to be like the length of a jump cue. The one I have now is a bit longer. I never really measured that cue, but we'll just say probably 50 inches.
It's your break cue?
Yeah.
It's definitely a few inches, a good 5 or so inches longer than a jump cue or than that standard jump cue.
Well, I think it's interesting, too, what Eichmann 280 says about 56 to 60 inches. Well, I mean, what if, like, look at Jacob Kakak. Jacob Kakak is like 7'6".
Yeah, why
or pretty close.
Limiting or forcing.
Yeah, I mean, he can't even shoot proper pool mechanics if he doesn't have a longer cue. I mean, he's got a 1-foot extension in the middle of his cue, and he just barely gets into the proper form to shoot pool, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
You definitely can't limit that. You got to remember when they designed pool cues, the average person was probably 5'10", right? So a 57-inch cue for a 5'10" person, well, okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, it
so
should come about to your mouth. You know, if you stand your cue next to you, if you want to know approximately the height that it should be, it should come approximately to your mouth.
On Robbie's break cue there, he's got a 2-inch extension on the butt end, and he's holding it. He's holding it right at the very end of the cue.
Well, he's another one. He's 6'4" probably.
6'22", it said in the bio.
Yeah.
He would love to have given that just a hair more.
Yeah, he definitely
Freeze
gave
to
that
the back
shot
of that
off.
4 ball would have been nice, but here he is. He's giving a little cut shot on the 1 ball.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a critical mistake for this.
If Chris is watching, he probably scored that as an unforced error. Chris G is watching this whole match. He's not in the back there with the microphone, but he's
doing good with it.
He's over there, keeping stats and running the pool tournament at the same time. Now there's a talented man. Okay, watch his position on the 4-ball here. Gonna drift up with perfect speed.
Where are you going with this? You think he's coming to the
4
side
ball
pocket?
in the side pocket, I was thinking.
Yeah, maybe. Corner it goes too, so
You
really
don't have
even
to
if
bump
he's
these
short,
you
it
just
would go.
drift right up there.
Uh-oh.
Such a speed-sensitive shot, that. And I don't
Does it go
think
past the 5 that way?
Well, he's having a good old stare right now. His body language will tell you, and in fact.
Oh, I can look right
yeah,
down as
it
it does not go past.
So he's going to show Robbie how to freeze up behind a ball here.
Look at that 4.59. It's on a rope.
Right.
Nice little C shot there.
Mm-hmm.
No, safety for sure. Here he's going to roll him up on that 5, right?
And so you can't just slow roll it because you've got to get
banking
the
it. Is he banking this ball? He's looking at it.
Yeah, he just doesn't like to. The safety is not a guaranteed win. You give your opponent a chance to kick it. The safest shot is to run out and don't let your opponent shoot again. That's the safest.
He's going to end up short on what he wanted to do there. So
But he
Robbie
was
with a
playing
great
safe, right? But
opportunity
he was
here.
trying to get behind the 6 and the 10. Is that right?
I guess. Robbie's really got a nice chance here to get out and get within one more game anyways.
That was a surprising shot choice there. If he'd frozen behind the 10, no one would have questioned it. We've just been surprised because I thought that other safety seemed easier with all those balls clustered together. Maybe he just didn't want to be so close and make an easy kick shot.
Right.
But he could have solved that by freezing on the right side of the object ball.
Well, I might not be reading this right, but I feel like he should just stop this ball. Maybe he's got more of an angle.
He's just going to roll it in and play the 6 on the other side. He's trying to wave it off with body English and get off the rail. There's a little tester.
Tough angle. I mean, he really is coming up just in tough.
Yeah, he's had a lot of tough shots. Everything seems just a little bit awkward, and he still makes a lot of these shots. But this is a tough one here. He hit that well.
Oh,
It's in, and that means it counts.
that's the truth.
Of course, the only one that counts is this.
I won't hit the replay button on that one. We don't need to see that one
Was
again.
he hit it good enough?
Yeah, it's perfect. Shot. All right, Robbie getting another game, getting himself to the double digits. Take a look at the 10 ball to put that down to get himself to 10. See, that one didn't touch the rail. No wiping its feet on that shot. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream tonight. It's a good match one way or another. I know it's a 5-game differential right now, but that can turn around quick in winter break, especially when you got two guys as talented as we're watching tonight. And if he keeps breaking like that, does he get a shot? 1-8 on a rope in the corner, right?
It's never easy, is it, Robbie?
Well, and in fairness, when it has been, he's missed him. He's gotten out on some tough ones, but he's missed some pretty
really
easy
good tough
ones.
shots,
But yeah, making some good tough shots.
Yeah, the question is, can you hit this so thin that you're sort of playing it in the line of the combination thinly to leave the 1 and the 8 right there and get the cue ball on the far side of the 8?
I don't really follow that.
You want to brush off it in such a way that the 1 and the 8 stay exactly where they are.
I don't know that.
No, he's going the other way. This is tough because the one ball gets popped out.
Oh,
and
look at this shot. Look at this shot.
the cue ball has to be
Oh.
perfect because the one ball was always going to be over a pocket with that shot.
It was a good effort. Let's see. We got Nick saying there's no quitting this guy. That's the truth. Robbie never quits. Randy Parlick, how are you?
Well, that counts because he was playing the one ball in that pocket. Pretty sure there wasn't supposed to be a kiss involved. He's got to find a pocket for the 4 ball here.
I was going to say, I think he's got
Oh.
3/4 of a pocket anyways
Alright.
here for
How about
this
that pocket over there then?
ball.
When the table was kind of in the middle, close to the spot there, you've got to choose a side. Which corner pocket do you want to play it into?
Right on, right on. He's straight in here on this 10 ball. And you see billet spin over there on our overhead cam. You can see his logo there. And just to give you an idea of what Rich does, he was kind enough to help us out with these incredible coins that we're starting to give out for our kings. And basically, if you win 1 week, you get the bronze over there. If you win 3 weeks, you get the silver. Then after 10 weeks, you get the gold coin there. But just beautiful work he did. And I really appreciate all the time and effort he's put into it. So thank you for that. And I'm looking forward to handing these things out to people.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
They're also worth a discount, so each one is progressively more. You get 5% off if you have been a king. You get 10% off if you've been a 3-time king, and you get 15% off every time you order anything here.
Wow.
If you're a 10-time king.
Well,
So
that's it.
just like the world, the better you are, the more you get.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Don't get points just for playing.
That's right.
Well, nice break and a nice little 3-ball combination here. Just draw back and maybe play another combination right afterwards. Or a kiss shot.
Definitely going to be a kiss here.
And the only problem
It's
there,
a
of
little bit
course-
tough of a kiss, actually. You're almost at a point where it's going to double kiss off the 1 if you're not careful.
Right, that is the way this can go wrong with it. I think he's got just enough here to just tap it in.
No.
It's tough though now. The angle on that 1 ball, which is sort of, he
Well,
was
the
forced to hit that 1 ball a little harder, you're right, and worrying about that double kiss.
4 ball becomes the issue. here.
Yeah.
You can make the 1 with no problem.
And that was always the problem with this rack.
Anyways, before I get too far off billet spin, if you want a marking coin for your own self, you can go to billetspin.com, and he makes those things for you. So you can make all kinds of stuff. Pens, some really incredible pens he makes. Well, did he decide he's going to bank it, or is that's a tough bank there.
Well, he's in a spot where it probably does go. It's so, it looks like it's frozen on the rail there.
Only on a diamond. It's possible 2 rails, too.
Does
Play
it
it
double
past the
cast and
side and
squeeze?
back to the same side pocket it's sitting by. If this ball goes, I can tell you this is only on a diamond shot. Never get it to go on a valley. Yeah, David, appreciate that. He says coins are a nice touch. I agree. That was come up with quite a while back when we had a full crew here at Mad Apple and the Xstream, and we were in one of our meetings, and it was brought up. And we decided to do that way back then, but we finally got around to taking care of it.
Played a good little containing safety there. To maintain control. It's going up table, 1 rail.
Oh, I think he was trying to confuse things a little bit there, but in the process, he confused everybody watching, I think.
Bank in the 7 ball to freeze on the 9.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Randy Sargent says John makes it look so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Definitely
sure does.
It's experience and just playing under a lot of pressure situations. Johnny's played a lot of gambling matches from a very young age. So he's just got a bunch of experience, and it's why he plays as smart as he does. Taught by a bunch of guys that really understood that part of the game also. It's going to make this one look easy to get to the hill, too, I think. And definitely is. Take a quick look at the last 2 again here. I think we'll catch a 10 yet, but we'll see.
Well, this has so far been another dominating performance from Little John. He remains king, and he may stay king for quite some time, it seems likely.
All right, we got to warn people next week we're off because we're going to be over at the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame tournament all weekend. So we're going to be skipping 1 week of King of the Hill out of respect for John and his event. So we look forward to seeing you guys back here in 2 weeks where John will take his throne. So, I should say if he gets this last game. I don't want to be disrespectful here. But if it continues to go the way it seems to be.
It's never over till the fat lady sings.
That is the truth.
And Robbie's still not giving up.
I probably just helped Robbie by saying that. It's kind of the opposite of commentator's curse, you know.
And still nothing easy for Robbie.
Nope, second shot's tough. 2-3 is kind of a rough little
try
angle.
and go into him here.
Thank you, Mr. Dowley. I appreciate that. He said good luck in that. I'm playing the bank pool tournament Friday night along with Johnny and quite a few other players, obviously. There's 16 of us all together. And I should have the list. I should have actually had the flyer up, but I didn't. But that'll be fun. That's Friday night, and then it goes into a 9-ball tournament starting on Saturday. So
Safety behind the 8 ball. Is not quite what he got.
Then he's going to hook him here behind the 7, I think. Nope, no, he went the other way. Well, still behind the 7, but the opposite way I thought he would. It's a makeable 5-ball here, actually. Off the rail first.
Kiss off the 7 down there. Yeah, it's just got a little bit of angle, doesn't it? Might.
Well, Robbie decides to play safe, which is probably a way smarter shot than what I was looking at.
Well, if your shot goes, it is smart. If it doesn't,
Well,
then it's
yeah,
stupid.
There's right times and there's wrong times for smart and stupid, too. Know when to be aggressive, I guess.
Yeah. Now, regardless of exactly how you hit him this, you should call the 5. And I bet he did. But play it with speed that it becomes a safety. Depending on a little bit of lady luck. But advantage Robbie. We should be able to play a good safety now.
Let's take a quick look at by the numbers. Unforced errors, 15. Robbie, I tell you, that's been Robbie's killer. He's missed some balls tonight. John's got 10 himself, though. I mean, by far not his most effortless pool. It's not horrible. Left him the edge of the 2, though. Dry breaks, we got 5 for Johnny now. But he has broke 7 more times, so that would kind of even that out a little bit. Just saw our safeties played go up as Robbie did play another safe there. Well, I'd call that an unforced error. I'm sure John picked up one more for that one. Menger Drywall says, Jeff Brown, you got the 7-ball. Is Jeff Brown around, or I didn't see Jeff in here anywhere? All right, Robbie with a little fight left in him.
Yeah, and he just went just a little far to make this simple. So he's going to follow forward with spin. And he tried to cheat the pocket in order to create that angle. He was on the other side of that ball.
Ken Noakes, if I was a wagering man, I think you're probably... Well, he said he's going to beat Mason's record. That's possible for sure. Ain't nobody going to beat this dude for the next 6 months. That I don't agree with. I got some pretty... I'm telling you, we got some matches coming up. I got some players that are rated just a little bit higher than Johnny coming in. I mean, I'm not saying Johnny can't win those either, because he can for sure, but we got some good matches coming up. Guys that'll give him a run. He'd put it this way, some of those guys, if he would have made the mistakes that he's made tonight, he would have been in trouble. He would have been in the exact opposite boat. So, although I agree, I have a lot of respect for John, and I think he can definitely continue to win regardless of who he's up against. But
Oh, he may be here for a long time. I told him that too.
Could be.
And he said, you know, sometimes you play bad.
Nailed it. Even the pros play bad. Their bad usually just isn't quite as bad as what you would imagine it to be.
Yeah, and that's why I feel, even though Little John does have quite a high number of errors, and he's had other matches where, you know, you'd be surprised at when you look at the error count, but he still ends up most of these matches with a heavy one-sided scoreline.
It's completely the respect factor that he gets.
So kick this right into the side pocket is the goal.
Bang. I'm ready to hit the replay button. Well, it's pretty close. And is he going to give Robbie an easy one? Might have.
Let's see what Robbie's got. This is a test of your character, Robbie. Yeah, it's very close with that kick shot.
I think he's going to draw this off the rail. So rail first, a little bit of draw, so he can slide across for the 7. Oh, he had to hook it around.
Speaking of hooks.
Yes, Captain?
Well, unfortunately, well, he's not going for his jump key.
I think it's pretty tough to jump this ball. I mean, he's dead tight on it.
He's trying to tie the 9 and the 8.
I would like to
At least
get
he
a lot
blocked the
more
8.
there.
It's not I mean, it's a partial problem here.
It limits John's
Yeah, it's a problem, but it's
play a bit.
It's a solvable problem. So that means it does go. Was he really playing?
Yeah, that's true too. David just said Sergio won a backed. So in that tournament we were talking about in Milwaukee, they were kind enough to. There's a safety. Didn't quite get there, I don't think. There adds another unforced error,
Yeah,
but anyway, so the winner of that tournament, which was Sergio, got a paid entry into the King of the Hill.
Oh, wow.
So there's an upcoming King of the Hill that Sergio will be able to play. It's actually too early by rule for him to challenge Johnny yet anyways.
And when you say paid entry, I think you're talking about $250.
Correct.
Not
Yep.
the $1,000 they.
Yeah, they'd
they
hear
paid
you
for
better if
last
you
time.
spoke into the microphone. Yeah, right, paid entry. But that doesn't mean that bet won't go up. I mean, those guys went hill. They decided on $1,000 entry fee apiece.
What a match
last
that
time.
was.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Stenell will back that anyways. He, what's $250 to him? Right, Dave. Yeah, but I mean, we've got people like one of the guys I want to get here is Claudio Perone Sr. Really like to see him come and play. I got a message out to him. He probably never checks Facebook though. And then we got Jeremy Fetkenhauer. We got Lee Thomas. We got there's just a ton of players that can definitely come here and compete.
Are you talking about Michael Perone?
No.
Who was here in?
That's not Perone. That's Michael Zalva.
I was thinking of Perone Jr.
No.
Who's that?
Claudio Perone Sr.
Oh, that's
and
someone
Claudio
else.
Perone Jr.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone
You're
with that.
thinking of Michael Zalva.
No. Perone Jr.
It's not the same.
Or it may not be. It may not be
Yeah,
Perone exactly.
It's
but
not Perone. Yeah.
It's very similar to.
All right, John with his chance here again. Hey, did anybody say 18 to 11? Because that's possibly what this might be.
Is that your prediction now?
If I was betting man, I'd say yes, because I think Johnny's out here.
My money would be on the Dalai Lama if I was a Tibetan man.
Ah. So this transition 2 to the 3 to the 4 is all the determination that there is. So if he gets here perfect on this 3 to get onto the 4, he's out, which I think he is.
Yeah.
He's from Minnesota, yeah. Yeah, it's a different. It's not Perone. Different guys. Claudio is a legend. Apparently not to you, but to me he is. And a Hall of Famer. One of our Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame players. Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure that's going on this next weekend, right at Dave Cole's Carom Room in Beloit. And then next year, the Save the Date will be here. That's the Claudio I'm talking about from Kenosha. Yep, correct. Perrin, that's right.
Michael Perrin Jr. from
Michael Perrin, right. Oh, my goodness. Well, he didn't come out of that the way he was thinking he was going to either. Man, I tell you, could get to 12.
bank shot called.
Yeah, he's just had enough of this. He's ready to go home, I think. No more safeties. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, Johnny, you better bank better than that on next week. I know he listens to all these afterwards, so I know he'll hear that. What were you going to say?
Lifeline for Robbie, that's all. He's still in this game.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Well, if he finishes this, he's only 5 games behind. He's going to need some break and runs, probably. And that happens sometimes.
He is all right here. He's getting all dramatic.
It's just like that same shot. He had almost this exact same shot earlier, and he hit it a little bit too thick and missed it. Yeah, he was frozen on the rail more on that last one. But
Gene the Machine, that'd be another good match. Gene Albright.
Oh, yeah.
Lat Martin chimed in.
Bank shot.
What? Holy cow.
Wow.
I'll tell you what.
Replay it.
Those pool balls looked huge on that shot.
And that cut shot just felt really awkward.
I guess.
Previous
Let's take
shot.
a look at the bank. It didn't look awkward at all.
Flash behind through his mind.
Jeez. I don't even know that I would even consider that when the other guy's on the hill.
He's still aiming it good. Yeah, I mean, right. You got to make that ball. You know, at this point, he might feel a little carefree.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Gene has been playing out of his mind. He's been playing great pool. Him and his, what's his aiming system?
Can't
think of the name of it. Perfect.
Perfect aim.
Yeah, perfect aim. Yeah. Robbie with a crushing break and a shot on the 1.
When Gene Albright was here, I told him something that I'd sort of discovered about my own game, which was sort of inspired by his work with, you know, dominant eye. And I was playing pool on a coin-operated table, and as I was kneeling down to put the coins in, I realized I'm left knee dominant. Do it the same every time.
Yeah, amazing. But I'll tell you what, I would find it hard to argue with him that what he's doing is working because he's playing such great pool. And continues to, you know, he's not a spring chicken anymore, you know, I mean, been around a bit. And to play at the level he plays is amazing to watch. Well, that's going to stop just perfect for him. Take a look behind him over his shoulder here, see what he's looking at. 3 in the corner, 4 in the side, 5 in the corner. I mean, extremely runnable rack. Get him within 4 games here. Oh, no. Well, he didn't leave him straight in, but Johnny is going to play him safe here and try and get him over behind the 9.
You know, he only had half a pocket, and at that speed, the pocket is a lot tighter.
Yeah, he had a little more room than what he shot, though, I think. He cheated a little more than he needed.
So can he get behind the 9 ball here? 9 and 10, you'd think. Pop the 3 ball up table and stun into the gap.
Could cut the 3 over towards the 9, too, and kind of try and get down by the 8 ball. That's another possibility. Spin the heck out of this ball. Just hit it thin. I think that might be what he's doing, too. Yeah. Yeah, right over by the 8. Good shot. He did leave the kick open. I think we're going to see Robbie just call this shot. Which he did.
Yeah, you've got to call it. He knows that.
And you got to hit this with some pace. So you're not going to roll this ball, and he's going to be he's going to be hitting this pretty firm. Well, he hit
2 rails, yeah, gave him a better chance for position.
Well, I'll tell you, he tied some things up, so that 5-10 is still working.
So he can go at it right now and shoot the 3 ball into that open pocket. And draw and spin into it. Or he could play a combination on the 3-9 and... he's showing you that if he gets on the 4 at that angle, he likes that shot. I was going to say he could play the 3-9 combination and then play a break shot on the 3 ball, which will be close to that corner pocket.
Fortunate for Robbie that 5 ball isn't forward just a little bit, because that carom would be not too bad.
Right,
just
on the 10 ball, yeah.
Smidge more room.
Yeah.
Well, you got a little far on that. Saw him throw up his hand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't think he can actually hit that anymore. I think he misses the angle altogether if he tries to cut this 4. And even if he does hit it, he's pushing the 5 into the rail, and the cue balls are going away from it. So you're either going to see a safety or a bank shot here.
He's cutting it straight in. He's going to let the cue ball fly here.
Maybe he can spin it over far enough to hit into them. Oh yeah, solid.
Straight into it.
My God, that angle looked way different to me from here. It's a good shot. Still a little bit of a trick here. 7 fortunately does go past the 8 down into the corner, because I don't know that you'd want to play that into the side pocket. It's a bit
No,
tight.
you would. Yeah,
Maybe though.
Yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, you got the corner. But his problem here is, what you're saying is just gently roll the 5 ball in and use the 9 ball to sort of stop the cue ball there-ish or steer it. I feel you hit the 9 ball too thick.
Right, you got to come off the inside of it, because if you hit it too thick, then you're just kind of going to sit up there on the rail, I think.
So then you say, okay, I'm going to hit it thick. Let's bounce off the 9 ball.
Well, that's what I would try and do, is come 2 rails off the inside of the 9, but I don't know if he's got that angle. That'd be just like that, only. Well, that came out really good for him, actually. He's going to knock this 7 down, no problem. Back and forth 2 times. It's not going to let this angle stop him. I think that's going to be all she wrote here, folks. Let's see if he can finish these last 3 balls out. Looks like he's going to do that with no issue. Here we go for the match. Putting it down, remains the king. Had a little bit of struggle this time tonight, though. He had quite a few unforced errors at 14 tonight. Dry breaks 5 times. He had 2 table runs, 9 safeties played. And Robbie put up a fight. For as many as he missed, it was a lot closer than I would have thought it would have been.
And a friendly smile and a handshake between these two. They're good friends.
Good buddies for years, and both respect each other's game. I know John probably felt like he got away with one a little bit here because he did not have his best night. But he played good enough to definitely still win this with no problem. So.
Yeah, and Robbie's going to tell you he didn't play good at all.
Yeah. But, I mean, you're going to feel like that because you missed a lot of balls. But he had a lot of good shots in there, too, and a lot of good highlights throughout the night. So we really do want to thank you guys for all the shares and all the likes. And make sure that you guys get over. And if you haven't subscribed yet, get on our page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is where we kind of continue to help fund the things that we do here to keep our game in view, I guess. We want to keep growing this thing, and you guys are all part of doing that. So thank everybody for joining us here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you 2 weeks from now. So we're actually check in with us on Sunday. We got our Queens Jesters and our Knights matches coming up starting at 11 a.m. Sunday afternoon, and come and check that out. But then we'll see you in 2 weeks for the King of the Hill match, and we look forward to that one coming up real soon. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your weeks. Thanks.